live here from the Verda complex, just a stone's throw away from the vibrant city centre. 149 athletes from around the world have descended upon Montenegro's capital, all battling out for their share of $30,000 in prize money, with ranking points, of course, up for grabs too. This competition consists of 5 categories: women's singles, men's doubles, women's doubles and mixed doubles, with the competition taking place over a compact 4 days. Yesterday was semi-finals and bronze matches, but today it's all about the finals. Who will be crowned Montenegro's champions? There are your matches up on your screen there. The conclusion of the Podgorica Teqball Tour coming up next. Before we get underway, a quick mention to our sponsors who've offered their support to this event: DAFA News, Teqball, Ministry of Sports and Youth, National Tourism and Intersport. So the beautiful city of Podgorica is the next chapter in this ever-growing Teqball Tour. We've already been to Madrid and Dubai this year, and we start our coverage today with the women's singles finals. Anna Jacques taking on Caroline Greco, myself, James Anadakis, and Tim White describing you the action of this first match. A warm welcome to everybody. Tim, over to you for commentary of this first match.
Thanks very much, James. Tremendous atmosphere inside here. A lot of school children have come along to watch. Techers of the future. And let's say hello to our referee for the first final. Imre is the man in charge. There are 2 referees, but he's the main focal point. The other one confirms the decisions nearest the camera, and he will also make sure that any replays need to be called. There are challenges available. So here come the competitors for the women's singles. First up today, Anna Izsak, world number 1. The top 2 seeds making the final here in this showpiece first event in Podgorica. The Hungarian will take on Carol Greco of the United States. She'll be 30 in 2 weeks, but is evergreen. Don't call her a veteran. The former professional footballer in Switzerland and in Los Angeles, hoping to win another title to add to her World Championship crown of 2022, just a few months ago when we saw her win that title in Nuremberg. And the women's, the standard in the women's singles is really improving event by event, James.
It certainly is, Tim, and it's good to see Carol Greco back in European soil, obviously competing heavily in the United States. A gold medalist in Los Angeles twice already this year. She is the world champion in the women's singles. Of course, this is a repeat of the World Championships final, which Greco won in straight sets. These two know each other well. And as blue descends upon the arena, quickly the lights come up, and we look forward to what really promises to be a very exciting women's singles final.
Yeah, it does indeed. So a few seconds of warm-up, and then we will be into the event proper, and both players acknowledging the crowd here. Anna Izsak has risen to number 1 almost by stealth at times, but a collection of impressive and consistent performances from Izsak. A little bit of a defensive player, maybe a bit more flair about Greco. You can see warming up now, the American, and 29 years of age, set up her own Teqball club, actually Bellatech, purely for women in California, and is an environmentalist working with Sonoma County, just a little north of San Francisco and the Bay Area. So the warm-up almost complete here. The first of the 5 finals. There is an exhibition gala match as well, with some local celebrities taking part. We'll guide you through all the action right here from Podgorica, the capital of Montenegro, with some fantastic sights. And we're here in the Verda complex, just a little west of the city centre, about 6 kilometres, 4.5 miles or so away.
Yeah, fantastic noise coming from the crowd here. They really are excited. A lot of local schools have been invited down. Greco already acknowledging the noise being made by this crowd. She is a big occasion player and will get this match underway with the first serve.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed talking to her earlier. They couldn't make the final of the mixed doubles with her partner Frankie, who's in a corner watching. You can see on the bottom right of your screen. And it is the American who takes the first point after a mistake for Anna Izsak.
Crowd absolutely loving that, and Greco will feed off that atmosphere being created. Loud stuff here, which we like to see. Greco a point to the good early on.
Yeah, you wonder if there's a psychological advantage to either of these players, both in decent forms in the singles. You can see the spin that Greco gets with the toss. Did she get that back before it went over the halfway point? Yes, she did, says the referee. No challenge. Now Greco from distance does really well. Super play after it looked like she might be losing control. I thought she'd go for the power head, and then the sniper didn't bother. Now Greco will just put it low, and that's pretty good play as well from Ishak to keep it alive. One touch from both of them, and Ishak gets the point as hers touches the end of the table, and the American just couldn't react in time. We don't see that too often in Teqball, do we? 4 touches, just single touches over the net.
Oh, that was brilliant. Really, really going toe-to-toe, both these athletes, number 1 and 2 in the world. You can see why they are the best in the women's singles game. And yeah, this is going to be a bit of an epic battle, you feel.
Had that clipped the edge, by the way, you just saw the replay. It would have been a point replay. I know that a lot of you already know this, but we've got a lot of new viewers today, I think, joining us. Not least, quite a few from Montenegro as well. It's been shown live in the country.
The crowd chanting USA in the background.
USA.
They've picked their favourite early on,
haven't they? But there's probably some politics behind that as well, I think. Montenegro, a fairly new independent nation after the demise of Yugoslavia, as was. Greco setting herself up and gets a little stab forward again. Ishak somehow gets it back. A chance of another attacking move. Had to use a different part of the body, so went with the head. But Ishak this time ran out of options and into the net. And the American takes the point again.
Well, both athletes really being made to work for every point here. 2 absolutely epic rallies in just the first 3 points of the match. Both players are looking up for this. The crowd are loud. This is a brilliant atmosphere.
Well, Caroline Greco just can't have imagined that this would be the response.
It's like a home tie.
But even there, they're mostly Americans competing, so it's just almost unique situation. The Montenegrin crowd behind the American, the only American we'll see today in the finals. Greco going again with the head. Ishak teeing it up for a big finish over halfway though. She wasn't allowed to touch it, and to the cheers of the very young crowd, I have to say, shows you that Greco has taken another point and leads 3-1. The California girl is looking good in the early stages here against the current winner from the last tournament, Madrid, and the former 2021 world champion as well against the 2022 champion. Ishak, the Hungarian, again just didn't quite control enough. Was that over halfway line? Could review at the end of the point if the American doesn't win it, but she might not need to. What great return that is! Just misses the table. Extraordinary defence from Ishak, but she's under pressure here, and the atmosphere is benefiting Greco, it would seem, at the moment.
Yeah, Greco's putting her stamp down in the early stages here, very, very close to crossing the line in the middle of the table. You know, sometimes a crowd can jump onto a chant and it can echo throughout the whole day. We'll see what happens with this, but that serve from Ishak is pinpoint accuracy.
Ishak moving in again towards the halfway line and smashes the winner. Montenegro used to be part of Yugoslavia, as we said, and this city we're in used to be called Titograd after the dictator ruler here, but eventually, after a short spell as Serbia and Montenegro gained their outright independence, and I think quite a few here thank the USA for supporting that claim, which is why Americans do tend to be popular around here. Ishak serving at 2-4 down, didn't make contact with the table. She'll get a second serve.
Second service.
A double fault is known as a captain's fault, but it'll be more conservative, a high looping, maybe off the knee
service
from the Hungarian. There you see it, a little bit more awkward, but Greco trying to get some momentum forward, but misses the touch to her obvious frustration. And the Hungarians in the corner are happier with that point.
Third service.
Arrears reduced to 3-4. One more serve in this set of 4 to come for Ishak. 25-year-old from the Pushkash Academy.
Second service.
Nets with her first attempt, and so back she retreats. Last time, Greco a little too far forward, a little bit too aggressive perhaps, but she gets it with a sniper-style header. Not full-out aggression, but the low trajectory in the bounce made it awkward for Ishak, and at the change of serve, the American leads 5-3.
Yeah, Greco needed to end that little run of momentum being built by Ishak there. And I know that she is thriving off this atmosphere. Very honest play. You saw her applauding Ishak's winner a few moments ago.
Yeah, spent quite a bit of time with her and Frankie, travelling with a mixed doubles partner, a coach in the corner this week. Indeed, had a chat over breakfast this morning. And Greco knees it up and goes for the left-footed stab towards her opponent's half there. Ishak gets it back with a knee. Greco has to use another part of the body, goes for the sniper header. Good defending, sets it up well herself. Uses the knee, but that's miscontrolled. Ishak frustrated her coach too, and it's now a 3-point lead for Caroline Greco, the number 2 seed.
First service.
There is
So
Frankie.
Greco with a chance now to build a little bit of a
Net.
advantage here. First serve smashed into the net. She apologises the ball ricochets off the camera.
Expensive equipment. Wasn't on air at the time, so he might not have got the full
I would
force
like
of
to
that.
see the
Second
replay
service.
of that.
Yeah. Greco goes to the second serve. The conservative nature that she uses is with the head. Again, I think Ishak might have lost
Brilliant.
control of that. There's no signal. Will she
Point
challenge?
very wide.
If it's over halfway, she would lose the point, Ishak, but Greco decides not to challenge. We're not actually aligned here, so I'd have to see the replay and see if... No, that doesn't tell us much either, does it?
Yeah, Jacques
First
playing
service.
really well out wide, getting herself in that position and allowing us to smash.
6-4, good
Great
serve,
serve.
low, difficult to deal with, awkward position here, brilliant return from Ishak, but lining up front of the sniper, header trying to win the point. Ishak has other ideas, little dinked harvester bounces twice on the table, and she reaps the rewards like a combine harvester, cutting the crops low and taking home the bounty. She gets the point.
So we're at a pivotal point of this match now. Jacques could level the tie, claim back
First service.
serves and put real pressure on Greco. Greco needs this one.
Best of 3 sets, first to 12 in the set, unless it gets to 11 all in the decider. Oh, lovely play, a little
Very
fortunate
wide.
because it came off the top of the net and just killed it. Greco, I'm not sure she'd have got there anyway, to be honest. Let's have another look, but that certainly made sure there was no hope for the
service.
American. And so, from
Playing
4-1
wide to
down,
serve.
we change serves, and it's 6-6.
First service.
Chance now for Izyak, who's done really well to get herself back into this. You can see 3 consecutive points on the Greco serve as well.
And a record number of female athletes in this
Second
event for a
service.
European Tour event, 49. And here are the 2 survivors of the women's singles. Greco with momentum, heads it, but easily controlled. Good positioning by the Hungarian. Again, not sure, it's very close to halfway when she made contact with the ball. Off the chest, clever, sets herself up next time for maybe using the foot if she can stop this attack. Repels it well, has to settle for a header from deep because she's too far away for the smash. Now the smash from the Hungarian. Brilliant first header. Oh, goodness me, surely not from there. She'll try, she'll succeed. Magnificent from Greco. Ishak still with the advantage, goes for the sniper. Greco back in the rally here. Short header herself. Couple of touches there maybe. Is that 4 touches? Nothing from the referee. And Greco can't get the ball back after the single touch. What a rally. And it takes 2 to rally well, and Greco certainly played her part there. And Ishak maybe a little fortunate with the double touch.
Greco doing so well to absorb the power of that smash. She seems to have identified that as a problem area. Izyak loving the right-hand side of that table, getting herself in that position and setting herself up for the smash. And Greco countered it well, but still Izyak won the point. This is absolutely
Second service.
tight as you can get in this opening set.
6 out of the last 8 points have gone to the Hungarian. Conservative bouncing high serve again. That's a good smash, but Ishak's got to the chance to return it and does do so. Now a sniper header, that's difficult, and it's too difficult. Point to the American. We're level again, it's 7-7. We're going the distance in the opening set of the opening final on this European Teqball Tour event in Podgorica.
Yeah, Greco, you feel using that crowd to her advantage, celebrates with the crowd, the adrenaline
First
will be
service.
flowing. She needs it at this point because we still have a couple more Izyak serves. That one goes long, so it's going to be a second serve for Izyak. Greco will be grateful of that. The Izyak serve is so aggressive.
$500
Second service.
difference between the winner of the singles and runner-up. $1,200 on offer for the winner. Greco sets herself up for the acute angle. It's a good winner. Not quite covered from Ishak. Super smash from the California girl. And Caroline Greco is back in front again after a little spell, struggling to assert her authority, taking the advantage here with 2 points out of 3 on the Ishak serve. Last one for her of these 4. A lovely spinning serve, did really well to even give herself a chance to continue in the rally. Greco chests it back. Now a chance with a, oh, she's missed the smash, spinning a bit too much. And how costly will that mistake be? At the change, it's 2-point gap for Greco.
I think it was a slight change in heart there. She thought about the smash, then decided to go for the harvester. Caught in 2 minds, just ends up making a mistake, and that could be crucial.
Good serve. Headed defence back. Greco still on the prowl here. Goes for another smash. It's difficult. It's back in play. Quick return because she felt her opponent was out of position. And Ishak indeed couldn't continue the rally. And suddenly looking like we were going the distance. There's a 3-point gap here in favour of Caroline Greco, the world champion from Nuremberg just a few months ago.
Real character this from Greco, who at 6-all was about to face 4 Ishak serves, having just lost 3 of her own. And look at that.
First service.
4 in a row for Greco. Will momentum switch again? Ishak needs something special here.
Yes, 7-6 down. She needs to whitewash her opponent. Gets the smashing just before halfway.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is crazy. Just too much momentum. Good effort, but a vital point to keep the Hungarian in it. Would have been, what, 4 set points had she missed that one. But now just 2 points between. That was close to halfway again, wasn't it?
Very brave, getting her foot up above the advertising board there. She did the hard part right, but then put so much into just getting the ball into a position to be able to return it.
Great serve, low and spinning Ishak with great defence. Oh, gets a lucky net as well, but Greco's still there. Little short harvester header. Ishak just about stays the right side of halfway again. Greco goes for the smash, it's good, forces Ishak deep. 1-2 touches, third with the knee, it's off the side, is it? Oh, it's edge. She gets a repeat of the rally. If it's deemed off the side, then she loses the point.
Greco celebrating that point because she knew she was in a difficult position there. Ishak out wide has been so dangerous from that position.
First service.
So still 10-8. Greco with that spinning serve, so difficult. Did so well again, Ishak, to control it. When she gets it right, it's nearly unplayable, but not quite. Ishak trying to build her own attack here, and that's surely over halfway line it is.
Point to clear in blue.
So a point to Greco that gives her 3 set points here.
Ishak has been
Set point
daring herself to cross that invisible line,
service.
but in the end, it's now set point.
In fact, 4 set points, because if we get to 11-all, it's just a straight shootout in the first or second set. But the first serve didn't go to plan, to the relief of Ishak, no doubt.
Second service.
Caroline Greco, current world champion against the previous world champion, Ishak, who smashes good, wins the point, stays alive, gap down to 2 points.
That is such a weapon, that smash out wide for Ishak. Time after time again. It reminds me a little bit of Shaba Banyak, actually.
Well, she had a very good run to the final with convincing victories. Whereas maybe with a tougher route to the final, Caroline Greco had a couple of very close calls along the route, but they both made it to their seeded positions in the final. Greco trying to oust the #1 seed here, still set point, remember, 2 more chances. Greco going for the header across, but Ishak's got the angle covered, has to put it back from distance with the foot, which was difficult from there. She did well, a little stab with the bottom of the foot, doesn't catch Ishak aware, and Ishak stays in the rally. Great skills from Caroline Greco though. Now Ishak with that left foot, but slices it off the end of the table, and the first set goes to Caroline Greco of the United States.
Bit of a delayed response from the crowd there. I'm not sure they realised the set was over, but Greco takes it, takes the set with distance. Ishak never went away, did she? But Greco was always just marginally on top, apart from that little spell in the middle when it was 6 points all. But 12-9, she takes the first set, and I'm sure Caroline Greco will walk away very happy from what was a really, really good set of Teqball from both players. A really entertaining set of Teqball, some fantastic rallies, as you're seeing on the replays here. That was the set point in the end. It was a little bit long, the slice there from Ishak. You can see hitting the ball with the base of her foot, trying to get as much spin on it as she could. And nothing but respect between these two players as they shake hands. And only 10 seconds until we get underway with the second set.
Podgorica, whose name literally means under the hill. You're getting a few sights there, and you're getting a few stats as well. The famous fridge, and the stats from the first set showing that 10 unforced errors from Anna Ishak certainly cost her the chance of victory in the first set. But it's not over, it's best of 3, so we go again. Population of this city around 150,000 in the city itself, 180 to 190,000, including the wider area.
Playing wide to serve.
And a growing city, the capital of Montenegro, Podgorica.
Third
So
service.
second set at the Verdi complex, and it's the Hungarian #1 seed to serve first, having lost the first set, 12 points to 9.
Second
Chance of
service.
USA going up again from the supporters. Greco tries to line it up and gets a good smash in, but Izak equal to it, gets her own in,
Point.
and that's a
Playing wide.
super smash for an acute angle and such height. Greco didn't have a chance.
Where our commentary position is situated is right down the barrel of the gun from that Izak smash. So look forward to seeing a very good view of those smashes for the rest of this set.
Nearly had to
Third
take
service.
evasive action and protect our monitor as well.
Net.
Hear that cannon off the net there, just gives you an idea of the power. Get some real speed behind those first serves. Greco will be relieved
Second
to see a
service.
second service coming her way.
And if you're new to the sport, wait till Chababanyuk and Cruz start with their serves a little bit later. Such power. These two with a really exciting women's singles match. Has that
Headball.
touched
Repeat
the
it
edge?
all.
It
Yeah,
has.
skimmed.
Little slice that we are familiar with her. Sometimes it looks like she doesn't mean it, but she does. Such an astute
Third
player.
service.
Beat Romanian Kinga Barabashi 5 and 7 in her semi-final, while Caroline Greco is
Net.
having a real tussle with Amélie Julien of France and won 12-11, 12-10. Also beat another Hungarian in the quarters, the American Sofia Dejeni, one of the improving players, 6 and 4. No
Second service.
sets dropped this week by Greco despite close calls, and going again here, trying to build on her one-set lead. But Izak sets that angle up again,
Sideball.
and that's a side, not an
Point
edge,
to
so it
Blair
will
Blue.
be a point to the American in blue.
So that's an opportunity waste there for Izak. She's in a good position.
Third
She
service.
looks to try and assert some authority in the early stages of the second set.
Greco with the head back across. Izak setting herself up and smashes well. Oh, good first touch. She's still in this rally. She might even be on top here. She's just over halfway though.
Point to playing wide.
Greco might challenge that.
Double head.
Oh,
Double head,
Double
he's
head.
saying.
right. Yeah, she thought she wasn't over halfway. I didn't hear the referee's call. There's quite a loud
Third
atmosphere
service.
here. You can only play it back with a different part of the body on the final touch of your three.
Out.
Long, very long.
So important for Izak to finish this serving
Second
routine
service.
in positive figures. 2-1 at the moment. It's the second serve. Greco with a chance now to attack this.
Header back is pretty standard down the middle of the table, allows the attacking position. Super first header, keeps her alive. She can do it again with
Oh,
no, not
unlucky.
going to quite make it.
Point
It's
to
a
playing wide.
ridiculous angle, the distance there.
It's
Change of
difficult to
service.
carry that momentum through the
Playing
chest
with
from
the
that
serve.
angle there, to keep that power and to direct it as well. It's almost a get out of jail free shot that, and it wasn't quite strong enough, as you'll see on the replay here, to chest it back onto play. Greco 3-1 down serving.
Yeah, if you push
Third
that far
service.
back and you've used your head on the previous return, causes problems. That spinning serve just
Out.
misses the table. You can
Wow.
see the orange line on the floor that they
Second
have to be
service.
behind when they serve. No problem with the second serve because they retreat for the defensive high looping ball to the back of the court. Izak keeps it in play easily, and it's a low one, and
Point,
Greco
playing
can't
wide.
keep it up. She admits that the ball touched the floor.
Yeah, prides herself on being a very honest player. Great
Yes.
quality have.
Well, good start here. 3-1 holding serve, and now extending that to 4-1. Izak.
Third service.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This match has potential to go the distance.
Yeah, it could
First
be
set's
heading
to go
to
by.
a third set, but anything can happen, and we can see runs of points very easily accumulated by either player. Attacking header puts Izak under pressure. She makes it. And clever from Greco. She knew that her opponent couldn't use the smash, and so stayed close to the table, ready for the next attack. Now an attacking header from Izak, but Greco's got it covered,
Oh,
but
that's
then
another.
just lost control, and it came back off the net.
Brilliant from Izak. Superb defence. Greco is having to commit herself to the right-hand side there, which is leaving a big gap open on the left. Ijak's exploiting that a little bit in this
Third
second
service.
set.
Player from the Pushkas Academy has opened up a 5-1 lead here from the co-founder of Bellatek.
Great
And
serve.
wins the point with the serve. A little sporting acknowledgement from Anna Izak as well at the quality.
5-2. Needs this one to
First
keep in
service.
touch, otherwise Ishak could run away with it. Another great serve.
It was a good serve, but Ishak did well. The header allows her to use her foot next time she gets the chance to smash. Greco goes with an attacking header, setting herself up for a smash in trying to fool her opponent. Oh,
brilliant.
Greco's magnificent reactions there. Little dink over the net, and Ishak almost with her legs still in the air, just didn't have time to keep the rally alive.
Unlike with doubles and singles, you can just return the ball on the first hit. Obviously in doubles, both players have to make contact with the ball, but you can be clever there, as Greco was. A little poke back over the nets. Ishak caught napping, and she's given herself a lifeline in the second set in the early stages. Ishak to serve.
5-3, 2 points for Greco, looking to build on that and take advantage of the Hungarian serve. But Ishak has a chance for that famous smash. Gets such height, that's going out of the arena, and that is a point to Ishak. 3 ahead at 6-3.
Confident play that from Ishak. Slams the door shut when Greco thought there was perhaps a little opportunity opening for her
We saw
to
that
claw her way back in.
she was leading in the first set for a short while, 7-6, and things went away from her when we got to the business end of the set. Greco will be hoping for a repeat. Ishak hoping to learn from her mistakes, all the experience, and a lovely cross-table smash.
Unbelievable.
Oh no, you're kidding me!
Oh
It's
my God.
outrageous! What a continuation of the rally, still under pressure. The point goes to Ishak. She did really well to keep her concentration and finish the job, but that's one of the most skillful pieces of tech you will see in your life. Watch again and savour.
It's just the intelligence of Greco to know she's got to get the ball as high up in the air because she's crossed the line. Somehow she does it, and still Ishak has to keep her cool and convert the point, but that was the point of the match so far.
Well, they started play when they shouldn't have done then. We were still watching the replays. This one won't count, it's off the net. And Greco claws one back, and it's at the moment that she needs to, because trailing by 4 points in this second set, she has little wriggle room.
Well, Ishak opened up that gap early on in the set, don't forget. Since then, Greco's pretty much matched her point for point. Big moment coming up here, you feel.
Good serve, but Greco's in position. Play a little harvester header, got the benefit of the net, and will win the point eventually. Nothing that Ishak can do to get real control there.
Well, they do say they even themselves out, don't they? And that is now one net call for each player. The crowd just seems to be getting louder and louder. So Greco is finding a way back into this second set.
Service over, 7-5. Wants those first serves. Will she risk another attacking serve? I think she's going to. Let's have a look. Goes for an attacking style header. Little easy to control, does well. Ishak sets herself up. Greco just so nonchalant. She just knew she was going to be able to get that back, and she did. Well, she'll settle for that. An edge ball means replay the point in the position she was in. That's the result.
Well, you'll notice from Ishak always tries to work herself into that favoured right-hand side of the table, setting herself up for the smash. Greco's onto that, but it's not always easy to defend.
Certainly not. Frankie Diaz in her corner, her coach and mixed doubles partner, has been frantically signalling to use her head more, I think. Ishak, lovely skim of the table with the outside of the boot. And is that the point that swings the second set in her favour?
Well, Ishak tried to do that at set point in the first set. Just that outside of the foot, adding the spin, catching the back left-hand side of the table. Nothing you can do about that when it pulls off.
Missing a first serve here that was so reliable in the first set and got her a lot of points. No aces, but got her in position to win the point on the next set of 3. Big smash. Getting the head, then the chest, then the head. Gets it back in play. Great defence from Greco. Ishak, little harvester. Gives herself a chance here, but it's difficult. Back to the table. Had to play it from behind her and couldn't get it in play. It's 9-5 here. 3 points away from sending us into a decisive set.
Ishak's going to win this second set, you feel. The way she's playing, momentum she's making Greco make uncharacteristic mistakes, and momentum is very much with the Hungarian in the second set.
Former pro footballer in Switzerland with Lugano, Caroline Greco, and still says she's open to offers. Ishak with the outside of the boot again, and that means it's even more certain that we will be heading to a decisive set shortly. 10-5, 2 points required.
Yeah, a little bit of an acknowledgement there between Frankie and Carol, knowing this set's probably gone. Just enjoy yourself now, see what happens. Have maybe that deciding set in mind.
to have a timeout if needed, but pointless using in this set. They'll save it to the third. Greco, is that edge or is it side?
I thought that was edge.
Edge, side ball.
Oh,
that's
points
worth
gone against
I
it.
mean, I would say it's worth a challenge, but at the same time, she probably wants to keep her challenge. Definitely seems to make a little bit of contact.
Well,
sets up set point.
Numerous set points now then. Ijak
Set point
lost the
for
first set,
playing
12-9, but now
First
standing
service.
on the verge of winning this one. The world #1, 2021 world champion
Point.
wins it straight
Leading
away at the first time of asking. In the end, it looked decisive, but I think Greco had lost a little bit of intensity towards the end of that set.
So, congratulations to Anna Ijak, who takes it to a deciding set here. And Caroline Greco will have to sit down with her coach, Frankie, and work out what went wrong in that second set. Ijak looked more up for it from the early stages. I wouldn't say more up for it, but she seemed the more dominant of the two players. Seeing replays there, and the outside of the boot was so important there for Ijak in generating spin. And
Well, she made so many errors in that first set, Anna Ijak. We said that she needed to improve. And if we have a look at the statistics for the second set, I think we will see that it was a much improved performance from the world #1 top seed. Here you go. No double faults. Winners 5-1 to Ijak, and only 3 unforced errors and more from Caroline Greco. And that's the reason, as the timeout ends here, that we're heading towards a decisive third set in the women's singles finals in Podgorica. Just want to say as well about the number of nations competing, James, and give a shout out particularly to the Danes, who had pretty good runs, not involved in the finals, but Nanna Lind Christensen pushed Anna Ijak all the way in their quarter-final, losing only 12-9, 12-11. That was a good effort, and they're improving rapidly, along with Brian Thompson in the men's event, and we may be seeing them in finals day before too long.
well,
Good luck.
what obviously Teqball is
The ball is there.
achieving at the moment is showing finals, sometimes bronze matches as well, but what you're not seeing on our live broadcasts, with commentary especially, is some of the exciting group and knockout stages. That is something we're going to look at in the future, possibly broadcasting semi-finals day. But yeah, there were some really exciting semi-finals and bronze matches yesterday across both singles and doubles and mixed doubles. So if you are tuning in for the first time, make sure you do check out the Teqball social media page, which do stream the vast majority of matches leading up to the finals as well. So lots for you to get stuck into if you're a fan of this ever-growing sport.
Always the main table on show
Second
on
service.
Tech TV on YouTube. This is the big event, the finals. Look at the aggression now from Greco. Straight away, the American at it from the off. A little short header called a harvester by Ijak. Ijak on the back foot, controls it. Difficult one from there, but uses the knee effectively. Was leaning forward, willing it over. Greco goes for the little header. The short harvester takes the point. Again, with the opponent stood back from the table. A chance to lay it short and win the point. First point, final set, goes to Caroline Greco of the USA.
First service.
Both these two faced Bulgarian opposition in the round of 16 as well, and came through comfortably enough. Greco seeded 2, Ijak seeded 1. But it's the American that's the current world champion. Here she is, having to pick up the ball from a short position. Left-footed smash again from Ijak. Sends Greco scuttling away. Such a difficult one with the foot from there. So much easier from distance to use the head if you can.
First service.
Podgorica, third set, women's singles final.
1-1-1-1. You cannot separate these two by even so much as a point.
Chest miss.
Out.
She's disappointed with that.
Wide.
Chest is usually a defensive move.
Greco just needs to compose herself a little bit here. She's making a few mistakes and punishing herself. She's still playing very well and very much still with a chance of winning gold here.
This is the last event that you can earn ranking points that will help you qualify for the European Games, where Teqball is making its debut as a medal sport. Caroline Greco won't need it as an American. No American team in the Euro Games for obvious reasons. But for many of the others this week, a vital chance to book their place in Krakow. And what a venue we will have in June. You will see that on your screens around the world for sure. The iconic old square in Krakow, one of the most beautiful cities of Europe. A little bit further south in Central Europe, we're in Podgorica, Montenegro, and Izak with a spinning slice. She does that so well.
It absolutely just kills the ball dead, doesn't it?
It's like a drop shot in tennis, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called a harvester, that, where you shorten the ball the middle of the table just in front of the net, and that was brilliant by Izak, who has started off this second set, how she started off the third set, how she started off the second, and this is ominous signs if you're a fan of Caroline Greco or the USA. 3
points in a row for Anna. This time smashed early into the table, and a quick return from the American. Izak knew that, well, she wanted a third touch, but she repeated use of the foot and is penalised for that. Wanted that third touch to try and keep her in the rally, but what a big point that is. 3-2 or 4-1 at this stage. It's a big difference. Greco serves 2-3. That spinning serve, it slides away, and Izak can't get there. Celebrated by a coach. Frankie in the corner. We're tied at 3-all.
Big response from Caroline Greco as she claws her way back into this decisive set. Really good stuff, great response.
A city surrounded by mountains that give their name to the name of the country. Another spinning serve, difficult to deal with, but Izak's got it under control this time. Little Dinka self-harvester-like, not quite as effective. This time she'll have to go with a different part of the body, so does a harvester with a head this time. Greco trying to set something up more aggressively. This time it'll be with a foot, but again, not able to get the smashing. Greco denying her the opportunity, forcing Izak back. Hasn't got a left foot to rely on from there. That's a super return though. Going in for the kill, and Izak struggling here, gets it back. So close. Another great rally. Greco didn't push too hard, just kept the aggression on, and eventually found the breaking point. 4-3 to Caroline Greco.
Reminiscent of that rally in the previous set where Greco brought the ball back from the opposite side of the arena. Izak very much nearly repeating that.
Third service.
Caroline Greco serving at 4-3. One more serve to come in this set of four. Well, it did make slight contact. The ball boys are quickly on it. Bounce right in front of us here. In the Verde complex in Podgorica, just west of the city centre. Big complex here with a semi-Olympic sized swimming pool as well. They play all sorts of sports here. Handball, basketball, volleyball and indoor football, futsal events.
Second service.
All being held here in major events as well. Greco, defensive, looping knee from the back of the court. Izak moving forward with momentum and smashes well.
Clearing wide.
And that was effective.
Change of service.
Good timing.
Clearing wide to serve.
As you heard the referee say, change of serve. 4-4.
Third service.
Well, this is gripping. Your guess is as good as mine, Tim, as to who goes on and wins it from here.
Yeah, it's about momentum, isn't it? It keeps swapping and changing.
Yeah.
We saw that Izak continued the momentum from the first set to open up a 3-1 lead, but Greco came back to lead, and she's looking for the first point of this set of four with an attacking shot. Oh, that's good. Izak was expecting it a little further over to the right and couldn't control it with a left foot.
Into the body of Izak, or into the leg, should I say. We'll see here on the replay. Just cannons off of her left foot. Too much power that from Greco, and
changed her angle slightly as well. It's a great serve. Well recovered. And goes for a smash, but I think it's a side ball.
And again, Greco, very honest. Indicates to the referee to make their jobs easier. It was a side ball. Love to see this honesty. Look, you'll see here on the replay. Straight away, she says, side ball.
5-all. Women's singles final. First of the 5 finals we have for you today. Men's singles and doubles events in both categories, and the mixed doubles as well. And they could be fun.
Second service.
And you don't get much better quality than that in the women's event. 5-all in the final, in the final set. Is that an edge? So we stay at 5-5 and try again.
Well, we have men's singles final following this women's singles final. If this standard's anything to go by, we are in for a very exciting afternoon of Teqball here in Podgorica. 20-3 local time.
Could be a long afternoon stretching well into the evening as well. We could overrun time. We were a little short of time in in Madrid with
brilliant.
finals that were short, but this one's going the distance. And again, Anna Ishak shows that canny play with the outside of the boot to get the added spin. And as soon as the player reaches 6 in the final set, they change ends.
Isak's so clever at disguising that harvester. Looks like it's going to be a smash, and she just shortens the ball with perfection. Just mentions the referees a little bit of dirt, moisture, condensation, something on the ball.
Ball will be wiped. The orange cloth is ready. Struggled to find one in Madrid the first time they asked for it cleaning. Now let's just have a look at some of the skills then we've already seen in this final. Beautiful little slice with the boot from Anna Ishak that puts her ahead 6-5 now. One more serve in her. 4 to come. And it would be fitting, no, not wishing to cheer for one player or the other, but if it's 6-6, it really would be fitting of how close this match has been. Greco trying to make it so, but Ishak's there, lined it up well. Now in a bit of trouble, gets a smash away. Was it over halfway?
Me, looked after over halfway. I would challenge that. That was
well,
strange
she still
decision.
can after the point, maybe.
She
has one challenge left, but maybe
yeah, she's got
she
to
is going
challenge that.
to. Frankie in the corner, over on the far side of your picture.
It
told her to
distracted.
challenge.
It distracted her as well. I mean, so we will refer to the video assistant referee, and I think for certain she crossed the line. Wasn't that one? It was a bit earlier on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was early in the rally.
Looked clearly over the line from where we were sat.
We challenge call, but it says on the big screen here, but we haven't seen, as you haven't. Now we're going to see.
Oh, I tell you what, that's a lot closer than I realised.
Let's have a look. Oh, I think it's just over. I think the heel is. Oh, I think the heel's just touching the line.
It's not as clear cut as it seemed. Look at that.
That's fractionally
oh my
over.
Goodness me, that is what VAR is for.
Well, you can zoom it by 250%, and it's imperceptible at 100%, isn't it, at normal?
Yeah,
but
I mean,
think when you play it up,
here we go.
it is a legal attack by a fraction. Anna Ishak with a nod, Caroline Greco with a nod as well.
I think that could boost Caroline Greco as well, because obviously she lost that point.
And she retains the challenge as well as retaining the point.
Oof. I thought that was a lot clearer cut than it seemed. We are sat at a little bit of an off angle here.
Yeah, it's difficult to see. So it is 6-6 then, instead of being 7-5 down.
First service.
Final set, even Stevens, 6-all. Caroline Greco, a little bit of spin, not quite as much as some of them. And the error from Ishak, the sort of error that was haunting her in the first set, that caused her to lose it 12-9.
Apple, Georgiak and Adam Blazovic stood on the sidelines, warming themselves up, soaking up this atmosphere. Men's singles final coming up next, but we have to conclude this women's singles final.
Brilliant power and spin, taking it away from Ishak, and she's opened up a 2-point lead for the first time in this final.
Yeah, I mean, again, looking back on that point, which was challenged, how significant could that be at the end of the match? I'd love to have heard her thoughts on that, actually.
It's probably the worst serve she's done today. All sorts of added variables now, pressure, not least of them. Ishak takes the headed serve, and beautiful play. Greco somehow keeps it alive. Great play. 3 touches used to perfection. Ishak still making the running in the rally. Couldn't use the foot again, realised just in time. Think she was the right side of the halfway line there. Greco, here's the American again. Can use the chest. That makes it a little easier. Well done, super rally. Teqball at its finest, and the winner from the Hungarian.
Point.
Greco wondering if it was over halfway. Frankie in the corner is telling her as you watch the replay, couldn't see.
My opinion was that one wasn't, to be honest.
So.
I think she's challenged, and at this point of the match, you might
Well,
as well.
well,
it takes a little bit of the sting out of the win of the point from Ishak. We'll see now the challenge. I think this one, at this point in the match, could just be buying her a little bit of time. We will see, though. Interested to see.
Yeah, I didn't think it was near.
It's not. It's nowhere near.
And I guess she'll be thinking, well, could all be over in 4 points. I don't think that there'll be another close call between now and then.
Brilliant point, can I just say. It takes nothing away from what was a super point from both players.
No illegal attack. Point.
Ishak still maintains her challenge, by the way.
No more challenge for player in blue.
As you see, and as you hear, Greco loses her one challenge, but still
First
ahead
service.
in the final. 8 points to 7 now, after that point is confirmed for the world number 1, Ishak.
Out.
Just distracted a little, maybe. Tension getting
Second
to Caroline
service.
Greco.
Double
Oh,
fault.
the first
Point to
double
player in
fault
white.
of the final, and what a time for
Change
it to
of
happen.
service. Player in white to serve.
8-all. Greco needs to collect
Third
herself. Ishak really wants to get on with this now. She senses blood, having got back from 8-6. Mistake from her opponent, but
Out.
After
the nerves.
2 sets and 16 points in the deciding set,
Second
not a
service.
point separates these two. What a titanic battle. This is a battle which will long be remembered. Really, really good match.
Montenegro, debut port of call on the Teqball Tour, the European Tour. Greco, oh no, surely not, she's in danger
Out.
there of hurting
Point to
herself.
player in white.
Yeah,
The
Greco
momentum.
got herself in a really challenging position there. The second touch let her down a little bit there, and Ishak now storms back with the momentum and is now just 3 points
First
away from the
service.
win. These two really are titans of the women's singles game.
If it gets to 11-all, we have to have 2 points separating the two
Net.
players.
That clang off the top of the net, I swear, is louder than normal.
So a second
Second service.
serve. Hopefully she won't double fault. Pressure is extraordinary now at this stage of a final. Just stayed the right side of the line there, Greco. Ishak with the header, mix between a harvester and a sniper. That's a definite sniper with real power. Off the knee, but it won't go over the net. Big cheers from her supporters, not least her coach, as she levels it up 9-9.
This reminds me a little bit of the
Third
2018
service.
Men's Doubles World Championship final, which went right down to the wire. That was actually
Net.
won by Montenegro. Serbians were under the guise of Montenegro back then.
Second service.
Bogdan Morovic and Nikola Mitro. We'll see them later today.
Greco with the chest to get it back over, and struggling to make the halfway line there. I think she might have got away with it, and
Point to
Greco
player in white.
lost control and tried to stab it over. She has no challenge left, remember, even if she wanted to challenge, but I think Ishak got away with it and takes the lead.
I
10-9.
think she was just about okay there. We might see the replay. Ooh, yeah, I think we've got
maybe.
a slight side on angle
Third
there as
service.
well. It's not quite directly down the middle. Wouldn't mind seeing a challenge there, to be honest. You can see points just being switched between
Out.
the two players. 10-9 the score on the Ishak serve.
Yeah,
Second
she used
service.
that challenge when her coach, Frankie, said, I don't know, it's up to you, and she chose to use it. Anyway, it's history
Out.
now, and her
Point to player in
chances of
white.
winning this title might be history as well, as match points will go
Timeout
to
for
Anna
player in blue.
Ishak, the #1 seed. The Americans call a timeout, and a chance for Frankie Diaz to instill some words of confidence and belief in the current world champ.
Well, Caroline Greco absolutely lives and breathes this sport, and I know how disappointed she will be not to win this if it does go the way of Ishak, and it's looking very good for Ishak at the moment. And there she is, just taking on fluids, knowing she's very, very close to closing out this match and amending somewhat that defeat in the women's singles at the World Championships, which of course Greco won in straight sets.
Interesting that Frankie's giving us some tips on positioning and movement in preparation for the Hungarian and her attacks. Well, the timeout has 15 seconds left. Already we've gone well over 45 minutes in this final. It's one of the longest matches ever in a final of the women's singles of all the tours we've seen. And credit to Caroline Greco and Frankie for just even coming across here from the United
End of
States. They are
timeout.
based in California, and managing
Change
to
of service.
take part in a European Tour event again.
Player in blue to serve.
The only US representatives, and Greco the only one in a final.
First service.
Shouts of USA going up in Montenegro again, in blue from those United States.
Out.
Caroline Greco missing that first serve now.
Real chance this for Ishak on the second
Second
serve.
service.
Just
Match.
needs to put some pressure on.
2 match points, remember. Ishak setting herself up nicely here, just on the wrong foot though, and Greco did well to force it away. Early return from Ishak with the headed sniper. Excellent effort, but well controlled from distance, difficult for Ishak. She does well. Greco setting herself up for the smash. Good control on the right foot. Oh, now she's lost a bit of control and can't find the table. One match point repelled, 11-10 in the decider.
Wow, this could not be closer, could it? What a final. Well played, both players. Here we go then. It all comes down to this, the Greco serve.
Bella Tech Club represented with Greco, whose serve gets her a winner. And we're at final set deadlock, 11-all, 2 points the margin for victory now.
Well, you could not ask for more watching back at home. Timeout called by Hungary this time, and again it's mind games, you feel. Both players obviously have the timeouts. No challenges remaining for Greco, one remaining for Ishak. A minute of timeout, 11-all in the deciding set. Anna Ishak versus Caroline Greco, the gold and silver medalists from the World Championships, the #1 in the world versus the #2 in the world, and they cannot be separated after 2 sets, 11-all in the decider.
49 female athletes here this week in Montenegro, 149 in total from 34 nations. The creme de la creme, all battling for ranking points for their own rankings and for a chance to qualify for the first ever medals for a Teqball competition in the European Games in Krakow, 21st of June to the 2nd of July. There are further events taking place, African Beach Games I think about the same time. We've got events continuing in the US Teqball Tour as well. But in Europe, the next stop will be the big one, the European Games. So Anna Ishak has just called a timeout, the 2021 World Champion and champion of the last European Tour event in Madrid just a couple of weeks ago. She had 2 match points at 11-9. Couldn't convert either. 2 big serves from Greco, especially the second one. And now she got the confidence and the momentum to finish the job. 2 serves remaining, doesn't find the table.
Well, she had a second serve, 11-9 down.
Second
Still
service.
managed to win that point.
Takes nerves, a bit more of an attacking header, going for the kill here, and wins the point, but remember you need to win by 2. So Ishak has a 3rd match point here, leading 12-11.
And the change of ends as well, there is so many stoppages, the players really have to stay focused here.
We are now officially at 50 minutes, the longest ever women's match in the finals day. Greco, new territory, uncharted territory. Who's going to get the winner's check for $1,200?
Second service.
Part of the $30,000 prize pool for the athletes today. Second serve is good. Ishak going for the winner now with a little outside of the boot. Greco's equal to it. Has a header that puts the pressure on Ishak. Sets herself up for a return header. Now the big smash coming maybe. Didn't risk too much on it. Ishak's still there. Gets the angle. It bounces awkwardly. Wasn't an edge ball though. Bit of spin there. Ishak, this time from an acute angle. Great effort. Surely not. It's Ishak's title. 13-11 in the decider. What a match. Take a bow, both athletes. But your champion from Hungary, the world #1 and top seed, Anna Ishak.
Well, I mean, so little to separate those two in an all-time classic in the women's singles final. 12-9, 12-5, 13-11. Anna Ishak with the absolute mildest of victories in the end as Greco goes up to thank what has been an absolutely astounding performance from the crowd, by the way, who have not stopped with their vocal support. The future of Teqball looks safe in Montenegro, let's just say, with the younger generation really enjoying themselves. And that was over 50 minutes, around 54 minutes that final. And the crowd are, you wouldn't have thought Greco lost that. The crowd are absolutely loving that. Well, who do they support in the next match? It is Adam Blažević taking on Apple Georgiak. It's once again the best in the world versus the second best in the world. It's a final to be remembered. There's your match statistics, Tim.
Yeah, the famous sights, the bridges, particularly of Montenegro, and there are the overall statistics for the first of our 5 finals today. Ishak with more mistakes but more winners, 13-4. That was decisive in the end. Some fabulous smashes and beautiful spin with the outside of the boot. Top class Teqball in Montenegro in Podgorica.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the award ceremony for the Teqball tournament in Podgorica in women's singles category. Please welcome the award president. We are honored to present you Mr. Secretary General of the International Teqball Federation. And the silver medal goes to Caroline Greco, United States of America.
Laszlo Vida, new in position, the new Secretary General. Congratulations to him, former athlete himself, Olympian, and presenting the silver medal to a smiling Caroline Greco. She's such a nice person. And the American has to settle for silver after the long trip for California, but played her part in an historic match and one not to be forgotten by everyone here, including the youngsters who've turned out in force.
The gold medalist of the Teqball Tour in Podgorica in women's singles category is Hungary.
Well, a fantastic performance coming from a set down. And there were times when she looked defeated, and in that toing and froing in the final set, she was trailing there as well. But Greco couldn't force home the advantage, despite being 8-6 up in the decider. The longest ever women's final. There has to be a winner and a loser. And your winner of the women's singles is Anna Izsak of Hungary.
Two phenomenal athletes, real ambassadors for this sport. And it's a shame that one of them had to lose in the end, but Caroline Greco, no matter what, is a winner. She's a world champion. She's stolen the hearts of the fans here in Montenegro. But many congratulations to Izsak, who is a deserved champion and takes the title here in Podgorica.
So two former world champions did battle. Let's have a look at some of the highlights of that magnificent encounter.
So we continue here in Podgorica with the men's singles final. Paul Georgiak and Adam Blažević will be next out onto the arena to contest the men's singles final. Many congratulations to Anna Izsak, who defeated Caroline Greco in one of the most dramatic Teqball finals of recent times. Now we hand over to the men's singles, and here you can see the road to the finals. Blažević beating Adrian Juzak in the semi-final. Paul Georgiak beating Balazs to prevent it being an all-Hungarian final. And we await to welcome our two finalists out onto the field of play. Duarte Sagrada from Portugal will be the main referee for this final, as the coaches get themselves into position. And out first then is Paul Georgiak in what is a rematch of our Madrid final. 23 years old, plays with the textile, right-footed, and belongs to the Göbek Teqball club. Winner, of course, of singles in Madrid, 2022 singles world champion as well. Naples champion, World Series Krakow champion, but comes up against one of the greats of the sport, and the crowd already seem to have picked their favourite. Adam Blažević, 29 years old, again utilises the textile. It's left foot versus right foot here, and Adam Blažević, of course, representing the Phoenix Teqball Academy, and will be sporting a new celebration. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. If Adam Blažević is victorious, we are expecting a new celebration. Could become his trademark celebration. Men's doubles champion in 2022, men's singles champion in Skopje, and is a men's singles world champion in 2021. These two knowing each other very, very well. They're good friends off the field of play, but on the field of play, they are fierce competitors. A minute's warm-up as we are about to get underway. Georgiak versus Blažević next up in Podgorica.
Well, yet again, we have the number 1 and number 2 seeds, so you can tell just the quality is rising to the top this week in Podgorica. And as you said, James, a repeat of Madrid when Georgiak won, but he's still behind on the head-to-head. Blažević leading 5-4 in their 9 meetings. The similarity between the players and the stats is incredible, though. Georgiak has been playing the better of the last season or so, but they are both this season with 14 wins and 1 defeat, and both players have 18 career titles overall.
Yeah, Blažević is one of the stars of this sport. He's been competing pretty much since the start of this incredible journey this sport has been on. Won't be in the men's doubles final.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a changing of the guard, hasn't there, in some of the doubles, some of the familiar.
I mean, we've got the Serbians back, of course, in this competition, so no surprise to see Nikola Mitra and Bogdan Mirovic back in finals action.
And that should be a cracker.
Yeah,
really should.
Looking forward to that one. Banja can catch, but it is all about the men's singles at the moment.
Both these two lost a set in the semi-finals and nearly came a cropper in Georgiak, the world number 1 in the yellow. Dropped a second set to Balázs Katz, 12-7, but Balázs just couldn't do enough in the end, and it was 12-9 to Georgiak in the decider. And Blažević lost the set to Adrian Dušak of Poland, the second set there, but won 12-6 in the decider.
Blažević gets us underway with a big first serve. Has to get down low to return the response from Georgiak. Georgiak sets himself out wide, goes to the left foot, harvester, and celebrates vocally and takes that opening point. So the crowd very vocal in support of Caroline Greco. Who do they support in this match? They seem to give Adam Blažević a slightly bigger response.
First service.
Just been a bit distracted by the youngsters on the sidelines, but composes himself and delivers yet another fantastic serve. Georgiak gets himself up wide and heads the ball to the back of the court. Blažević in return with a big, powerful left foot. Georgiak again cuts it short. Blažević does get down well and then headers in return. Georgiak with the smash, absorbed by the body of Blažević. Smash in return from Blažević. Georgiak using every angle.
Edge ball.
And it's an edge ball. And after all that work, the point has to be repeated.
It's breathless even watching, isn't it? But I'll tell you what a statement that would have been, because to take the first 2 serves against a male serve in the final would be huge.
First service.
Georgiak goes into this final as the slight favourite, you feel.
Out.
Blažević has won pretty much everything there is to win in this sport. Georgiak
service.
very much a singles specialist, the best player in the world at the moment, up against number 2. Georgiak out wide now, sets himself up for the smash. Edge ball called again. We could see quite a few of them as both players aggressive from the outset.
Could be here till, I don't know, 9 o'clock at this rate. There's so long that first match. We're over an hour into proceedings, and we're normally coming towards the end of the second one by now.
Such is the level that we've reached here in Podgorica. Georgiak with the smash.
Point, 14 in blue.
That one goes the way of Blažević.
No argument from Georgiak, but I thought he had an argument.
First service.
I'm sure if there's been a mistake with the scoring here, because at first... Anyway, it's 1-0.
Georgiak on the attack, on the prowl, good defence.
Blažević sucks it up then and drops it short, and it falls the wrong side of the net. And every point you feel is going to be crucial. Georgiak
First service.
just making the most of
Out.
those early mistakes
Second
from Blažević. 2-1 early on in this opening set. Blažević
Net. Double fault.
with the
Point
captain's
for
fault,
Team Yellow.
and that is certainly
Change
a
service.
factor in the Blažević
Team
game.
Yellow
You do
serve.
see a few double faults creeping in.
But
First
3-1
service.
to take the serve away from Blažević.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him in
Edge
these
ball.
opening stages. Georgiak is looking pumped up and
New
ready
first
for
service.
this one. Georgiak is looking very unstoppable in singles at the moment. Blažević gets
Point
himself in a
for
bit of
Team
a
Yellow.
Yeah, he has become a
Plus.
single specialist, hasn't he? Most of the other players that are challenging him at the moment are dividing their
First
time
service.
between doubles and singles.
So Georgiak really applying the pressure in the opening stages here. Blažević just does enough to get it back, but Georgiak will attack this out wide, and that is unbelievable
Point
from
for Team Yellow.
Georgiak, who is looking like a machine out wide there. Smashes left, right and centre, prefers the right foot but plays with both.
Well, hold on. Blažević is pointing to the official at the near side. He hasn't challenged yet. He's saying the other referee said different, but no joy, no changing of the decision, and no challenge. There we see it. Ooh, tell you what, he could have
First
challenged.
service.
There was a case for that, wasn't there? But you don't want to use that challenge so early on. Blažević doesn't quite get himself in a position to attack and just has to settle for chesting it out wide. And there's the smash from Georgiak, who is
Point for Team
absolutely
Yellow.
flying.
This is staggering level. And we're getting good rallies, even when Blažević just
First
manages
service.
to stay in them. But at the moment, Georgiak is quite a way ahead.
Oh, I think that
Point
clip
for
went out
Team
on its
Blue.
way past. Blažević will take that,
Change
blows out
service. Team
in
Blue to
relief.
serve.
And if Blažević can find a way of winning all four of
First
his serves
service.
here, he will be back into this after being 6-1 down.
Out.
So only winning 1 point on the
Second
Georgiak
service.
serve. Georgiak is very much the more confident of the two. Gets himself out wide. Another smash from Georgiak, but Blažević is there to take the pressure of the ball. Heads it back to the middle of the play. Georgiak sets himself out wide. This time attacks with his left foot, the weaker of his 2 feet. You wouldn't know it from the power that he generates from that shot. Blažević in all sorts of trouble here and doesn't mind to
Point
manage to
for
find
Team
the
Yellow.
table. And Georgiak is looking absolutely phenomenal. Sometimes you look at a player and you say, they're playing well today, they're going to take some beating. It happened to Shabba Banyak in Madrid, and it seems to be the case for
First
Afur
service.
Georgiak, who is looking absolutely in great form here, it has to be said. Good serve from Blažević. Georgiak manages to just chest it back into another player. Chance now, Blažević set themselves up for the smash. There it comes.
Fault.
Georgiak is ready
Illegal
for it,
attack.
and it's an illegal attack
Point
from Blažević,
for
and
Team Yellow.
nothing is going the Hungarians' way at the moment. And Georgiak 8-2 up.
Yeah, and I think at 7-2 going to 8-2, he decided not to challenge. He looked very disappointed with that decision, but this set is almost beyond him now.
Yeah, you can
First
see
service.
the referee had the perfect view from that. Blažević really will need something special to get himself back into this. Still settling, you feel, in his final. And that was
Edge ball.
just about an edge ball. Georgiak celebrated it.
We thought it was a side ball, maybe a bit of psychology there, a bit of kidology to try and convince the officials.
Possibly, but
Yeah, just
Repeat
about
the
got away
round.
with the edge ball.
Georgiak's not going to be too worried about
First
that
service.
though. 8-2 the score. And there is the huge serve from Blažević. Georgiak gets himself out wide,
Out.
but ball was always
Point
running away
for
from
Team
him.
Blue.
And Blažević needs to try and just claw back at this as
First
best he can.
service.
And still, I really will be thinking he is maybe perhaps got a little bit of an intention on that second set, because Georgiak, oh well, a few mistakes
Edge
starting
ball.
to creep into his game. 8-4 now.
No, it's edge ball.
Oh, it's an edge ball. I thought
Oh,
that looked like
now
a
there's
side
a
ball.
challenge.
Okay.
Challenge has come in.
Challenge requested
From
by Team Blue for
Blažević.
illegal return.
Illegal return, he's saying.
Yeah, his coach said that it was an illegal return, and Blažević thanks him. We haven't seen the video evidence yet, but
Let's have a look then.
nowhere near on that.
No, it was nowhere near.
Unless it was, they were claiming that he touched it with the same part of his body twice in successive. And we're just checking now whether it's an edge ball or a side ball.
That's an edge ball, isn't it? You can see he makes contact with the edge of the table.
Yeah, when you can tell the angle changes hugely, usually indicates the edge.
So, Adam Blažević has used his challenge already and now has to face the rest of this match without a challenge. That will not be overturned. You do get your challenge back if
Challenge
it's
is completed.
overturned.
Illegal return. Point for Team in Blue.
Wow.
Challenge remains for Team
Okay.
in Blue.
Well, it
So-
might have been using different parts of the
Must
body,
have been
not
that he
using
used the
different
same
parts.
body part, yeah.
I
So
thought that's what his
got
coach was
past all of
indicating.
us, so that's really astute play there from the Hungarians. So Blažević using the challenge very,
First
very well
service.
there, catching out the referees and the commentators. There comes the big serve from Djordjak, and Blažević hits the edge of the table and is starting, I feel, to grow
Side
into this
ball.
match. Djordjak came
Point.
out all guns
Open
blazing.
yellow.
Well, they changed it from an edge ball to
Yeah.
a side ball, which doesn't help Blažević.
No, that
First
every
service.
point now for Djordjak is looking on his side towards this first set. Blažević with the smash. Djordjak can
Point.
only get his body in the way, and
14-8.
Blažević is definitely improving as this set goes by, but the damage was done early on. He was 6-1 down in the opening stages of this set,
First service.
has recovered to make it respectable, but you still feel this first set could well slip away from him, unless can Blažević mounts a return,
Out.
it's into the nets,
Point.
and
14
Djordjak
yellow.
is now just coasting.
Yeah, 10-5 shouldn't be any way back. When they met in Madrid just under 2 weeks ago, Djordjak won 12-11, 12-9 in
First
two.
service.
So, Blažević now with the smash. Djordjak is in a little bit of bother here. Managed to find the table from a very acute angle. Blažević with the smash. Djordjak is there waiting for it. Sets himself in a position well. Cuts the ball to the left of the table. Blažević is there. Now has to return. Oh, he got himself in a
Point.
real
14 yellow.
muddle there. Was aware of the illegal return, and
Change service.
they changed
Team
serve.
England serve.
11-5. Multiple set points to Djordjak. And Blažević knows this one is slipping away.
First service.
Has to regroup and turn attention to perhaps
Out.
the next sets.
Yep, you
Will
don't-
this be a quicker final than we
Second
envisaged?
service.
It could be the way that it's turning out at the moment. Still a long way to go. Blažević with the serve. Djordjak out wide to claim the set at the first of
Out.
asking. It's long.
Point. 14 in blue.
Blažević lives to see another day.
Needs to win another 6 in a row, though, don't forget. There's no 2-point
First
separation
service.
in the
It's
first
an
or second set.
inevitability at the moment. Blažević with the serve.
Edge ball.
It's an edge ball,
New first service.
so he gets another first serve.
Net.
Captain's fault fairly early on.
Second
Will it be
service.
another captain's fault to decide this opening set? No, it won't. Djordjak is there though. Sets himself up for the left with a smash. Well absorbed that by Blažević, who is going to do well to get that from the
Fault.
angle.
Illegal
And it's
attack.
an illegal attack.
Point.
And that
And
is
set.
the
14
first
yellow.
set to Apple Djordjak, who has looked brilliant so far today. It has to be said. He takes it 12-6, and Djordjak is flying.
Well, he's won a lot of trophies, really. Had a lot of success recently. And Apple Djordjak is clearly the world number one at the moment, but I don't think I've ever seen him play a better set in a final than that. Considering the quality of the opposition, considering right from the off, Djordjak was on it. Magnificent performance. Teqball singles at its finest and reserved 12-6 margin of victory. Yeah, the last point clearly over halfway.
There's nothing he could have done because he couldn't drag the ball back into play. That was his third and final touch. Goes over to Adam Bacco, his doubles partner. Those two are a formidable team. Haven't made it through to the final here in Podgorica.
Didn't recognise
In fact, it's
Adam with the white shirt.
Well, I was
glasses
going
on.
to say, Adam Bacco, you don't often see him not in a final. It's such as the quality of the way he plays. Usually he's in the mixed doubles final, but not the case. We will have that, of course, as our penultimate match here live from Podgorica. It's good to take a look at some of the statistics there. First serves in from Apple Djordjak, 100%, 75% of which were won.
Ready?
So,
Second set.
Blažević with a few things to
Team
think
England
about there.
serve.
Apple Djordjak on this kind of form is
First service.
very, very difficult to play against. Can Blažević find a way back into this match? Needs to start this second set well. There's the smash,
Out.
just long and
Point.
loose.
14 in yellow.
And Djordjak just looks unbeatable at the moment.
Yeah, as I said, just playing
First
out of his
service.
skin. He is the best player in the world at the moment, and he's proving it.
Edge ball.
Well, the first match
New first
between
service.
Greco and Jack was not far off an hour long. This one has been around 15 to 20 minutes so far.
Out.
And
Point. 14 in yellow.
again, another mistake from Blažević, and he just can't afford to make them. With Djordjak in this kind of form,
Yeah, I think it's just tightened up. A bit of a shock in the semi-final when Balas
First
took
service.
a set off him and pushed him in the third set as well.
so Blažević this time gets it right out wide, and there's a double touch from
Point.
Djordjak. It
14 in
cannons
blue.
off of his right shoulder. Djordjak just looks so confident. There's a swagger about him.
First service.
First point on the board in the second set then for Blažević. In comes the serve from Georgiak, it's long.
Second service.
So Georgiak.
Net, double fault.
Ooh, it's a double fault.
14 in blue.
Yeah, well, we haven't
Change
seen
service.
too many
Team in
in
blue
the
to
last
serve.
year or so, I don't think, from Apor
First service.
Georgiak. And so Blažević with 4 to come at 2-2.
Out.
He's not making enough on his serve, though, at the moment. Alen Blažević
Second
can be a
service.
big weapon for the 29-year-old from the Phoenix Teqball Academy.
There's the
Oh,
smash
beautiful.
from
14 in
Georgiak.
yellow.
And he's just looking absolutely untouchable when he gets himself in that position. He's missing very, very few today. See the smash coming in there, just clipping the
First service.
far limits of the table. Blažević
Net.
into the nets.
Well, needs to drastically improve the first serve percentage here, Alen Blažević. It's got to be his only hope.
Yeah, it's a weapon
Second
when he gets it
service.
right. And dropped short there by Georgiak. Blažević with the smash. That is
Point
brilliant.
for Team in blue.
Unstoppable. The power he generated from that right foot, his weaker foot, by the way. Watch this. Bang. No chance. So, Blažević settling,
First
you feel,
service.
perhaps, in this second final. Can he now start to edge ahead? Needs to
Out.
find some more consistency, because Georgiak is not
Second
letting much
service.
slip by him today. 92% of first serves in versus 43%. There's the smash from Georgiak. Blažević does incredibly well to keep that alive. And needs to get himself back in position now. Georgiak with the head. It's brilliant from Georgiak,
14 yellow.
who is just delivering attack after attack. Whether it's with the head or the right foot, still momentum with the Romanian. Part of the Göbek Teqball Club
First service.
2022 singles world
Net.
champion, is showing why he's
Second
so
service.
well respected by many in this game and considered as the best player in the world. He is the best player in the world as far as ranking goes.
Out.
And it's an
Point.
uncharacteristic
14 in blue.
mistake from Georgiak, who surely has to
Change
have
service.
some
Team in
consistency
yellow
slip
to
into
serve.
his game.
First service.
At 4-all in this second set. This is much closer than the first set was. Blažević out wide. There's a
Whoa.
smash, and I think that was an edge ball.
Point for Team in blue.
No, it's hit the back of the table.
Challenge requested by Team in yellow for
Yeah.
edge ball.
So challenge has been requested there from Georgiak.
Yeah, your initial reaction was that,
Was
wasn't
edge
it?
ball,
So
yeah.
let's
You go
see.
by reactions, as do the referees, as do the players often, but let's have a look then. This is the one and only challenge that Georgiak will get if this is incorrect. If it's called to be an edge ball, he will get that challenge back. Yeah, I think that is an edge ball. Looking at it from that angle, it's difficult to say exactly.
Yeah, sometimes it is difficult to see on the slow motion. It's easy just to watch it
Yeah.
at real pace
It
again.
looks like there's one really long ball there, doesn't it, on the replay? Although you see that point of contact. Maybe that is the back of the table, actually. You see where the shadow of the ball
there
is.
might not be enough to overrule it here. The original
think-
call may stand here.
I think, you know what, if you look at where the shadow
Yeah, I
of the
agree.
ball is at the back of the table, not that frame, but the next.
Players are both watching the big
There.
screen here.
Whew, that is so tight to call. That's got to be
Challenge is completed. No edge ball.
no
Point
edge ball.
for Team in
So
blue.
it stays
No more challenge for Team in
to
yellow.
Blažević. Both players have lost their challenges, so we will see no more challenges in this match. The school kids are on their feet in the crowd, primed and ready. 5-4 the score. Blažević leads for the first time in a while. It's on the Georgiak
First
serve
serve.
still. In comes that serve,
Point
and that is an
for Team in
ace.
yellow.
Straight down the left-hand side of the table. Georgiak with the first ace of the match. Blažević can't get
First
near it.
service. Out.
5-all, second serve. In it comes, Blažević out wide. There's the smash. Georgiak is in all sorts of trouble here and was
Point for Team in
right
blue.
at the back of the arena towards the two Hungarian representatives in those big comfy orange chairs.
First service.
And Blažević now again has a good solid stance in the second set with a lead, attacks the ball at the back. Georgiak manages to get it and turns his defensive attack. A chance now for Blažević, smash!
Point.
And it goes the
14 in
way
blue.
of Blažević. And this is more like it from the Hungarian.
Change service.
really wobbled in that
Team Blue to
first set,
serve.
has found what he so desperately craved, which is consistency. Now needs to continue that consistency onto the serve. The first serve, key here for Blažević. It's such a weapon
First
when it
service.
goes right. Just composing himself. In comes that service
Net.
into the net. It's another fault from
Yeah,
Blažević.
that's what he struggled on. He took 3 out of the 4 Georgiak serves for the first
Second
time.
service.
It's slowed down that Blažević serve as well. In comes that second serve though, it's good. Georgiak another chance to attack. Uses his head, will set himself up and smash the next one. But unless can Blažević finish this point?
Point for Team
Oh my
Yellow.
goodness
Can't
me.
believe he's missed it.
I
Facial
know.
expression says it all.
Head in hands, it really was a good opportunity to open up a bit of
First
daylight
service.
there. Another first serve for Blažević, in it comes
Out.
long once again. He's not managing to find those first serves at the minute, and it's really letting him down.
Second service.
So a second serve for Blažević. Again, in it comes. Georgiak now. Oh, and
Out.
it's a mistake from
Point.
Georgiak. Well, we're
For
seeing
Team Blue.
mistakes from both sets of players creeping into their games. And 8-6 now to Blažević. Are we going to go the distance after all? It didn't look like it after the first set, but
First
Blažević,
service.
relief on his face.
Well,
Out.
not done yet, is it? And if he can't nail that first serve, he could yet be in trouble.
Second service.
So Blažević finds the back of the table. Georgiak finds the power. Blažević manages to keep it alive and gets the ball back brilliantly. But a chance now for Georgiak to finish this with his head, and he does so. And Blažević just uses his hand to stop the
14
ball from
yellow.
going out the arena, which even that doesn't do. And a big round of applause for Georgiak there to himself as he tries to pump himself up and prepare himself for the remainder of the second set. Very little in it on the Blažević
First
serve.
service.
Blažević still yet to find a first serve on this service routine.
Edge ball.
And it's an edge ball, and he will repeat that first serve.
New first service.
New first service then for Blažević. In it comes, it's good, but Georgiak still has a bit of pressure here,
Out.
and that's hit the wrong
Point
side of the
for
table,
Team in Blue.
and the ball cannons off the commentary box. Is your laptop okay, Tim? I
Change
think there was
service.
contact there.
It's the
We'll go
line.
to
Yellow to
VAR
serve.
for the replay, but no, jokes aside, Adam Blažević
First service.
has utilised there and finally gets the first serve in. First serve's good from poor Georgiak. Excellent aggression out from Blažević. Georgiak
Out.
doesn't get the ball
Point
back, it's
for Team
long,
Blue.
and Blažević on the cusp now of levelling this match, just 2 points away. Georgiak just getting a bit of the moisture off the table. Everything
First service.
needs to go your way to secure this set
Out.
from both players. We've seen a few more mistakes
Second service.
slipping into the Georgiak serve. Here it comes then. The chance for Blažević with the smash. Drops it short with the harvester.
Illegal attack.
A legal
Point
attack.
for Team in Yellow.
And it is Georgiak.
Yeah, not over yet.
No.
Georgiak could easily put in a couple of big serves here and level it
Certainly.
up.
With that confidence, you can see they crossed the line.
First
With that
service.
confidence from
Edge ball.
victory on the first set, which was 6-12
New first
away
service.
of the Romanian. And it's
Net.
a net, so gets
Second
another
service.
go of things with the second serve. In comes serve for Georgiak. Blažević, oh, again, it's a mistake.
Out. Point for Team in Yellow.
And it seems to be whoever can stop themselves from making mistakes at the moment
First
is
service.
carrying that momentum forward. Oh,
Edge ball.
that was close to an ace there from Georgiak. Ball just skimming the back edge of the table. So he gets to
New
repeat
first service.
first serve. In comes the serve. Blažević is there ready. Out wide, left foot, stronger than 2 feet.
Out.
And it was
Point
out.
for Team in Yellow.
So
Wow.
Georgiak has rescued things
Change
from a
service.
perilous position. 10-all. He wants the ball to be dried off as the change of serves. And you can see there, great string of points there from Georgiak, and needed those 3 to bring it back to 10-all. It was 10-7, but it does switch serves. And now, if Blažević can find some more first serves, could still cruise to this second set.
Georgiak
Team in Blue
hasn't
to serve.
been ahead in this set since 4-3. What a time this would be. But the serves to come, Blažević remains
First
favourite.
service.
Here we go, big point coming up here. Blažević
Net.
hits the net.
Second
It's
service.
a second serve, another fault from Blažević.
Oh,
Oh, that
Point
is
for
brilliant
Team
from
Blue.
Blažević, who digs deep, finds a very strong serve, and sets up his first set point
First
of the
service.
match. Adam Blažević of Hungary in with the serve. Georgiak manages to get it back. Yes, he does. It clips the net a little bit on the way past, and that's put Blažević in all sorts of
Point
trouble.
for Team in Yellow.
And it will still remain on the Blažević serve, but it is a winner takes all match and set points.
First service.
Here we go then, drama in the second set. In comes the serve from Blažević. Georgiak with a chance to finish this match. Blažević now with a chance to win the set. So much drama in this second set. Blažević out wide with the smash, does well to make the table, puts pressure on Georgiak, who just chests it safely back into play. Blažević now goes for the big winner, and it's
Point and
out.
match for Team in Yellow.
And Georgiak has done it. Blažević went for the big finish, and it's long, slaps the table in frustration. But it now becomes back-to-back titles for Apple Georgiak, winner in Madrid in the rematch of the final between the Romanian and the Hungarian. Many congratulations to Apple Georgiak, who's done it in straight sets. He beats Blažević 12-6, 12-11, another gripping final, Tim.
But yet again, it's the Romanian who comes out on top. He just has a habit of winning when he looks down and out. And Blažević, having been way ahead on the head-to-head just even a year or so ago, must now be sick of the sight of his friend off the table, because Apple Georgiak just seems to have his number. He did him in 2 sets in Madrid, and 2 weeks later in Podgorica, Montenegro, it's another straight sets win for Apple Georgiak. 12-6, 12-11.
So 2 matches done, 3 of our finals still to go, but next up we have our gala match.
Here are the statistics from that match.
And you can see first serves there were not Adam Blažević's friends, only winning 18% of his first serve points, contrary to that Apple Georgiak winning 50%. So time now for the awards ceremony, the men's singles final.
Please welcome the award presenter. We are honored to present you Mrs. Katarina Bulatovic,
Mrs. Katarina Bulatovic, sports director of the Montenegrin Olympic Committee, will be handing out the prizes to Georgiak and Adam Blažević. It's another silver for Adam Blažević. Back-to-back silvers after taking silver in Madrid. Can't find a way past Apple Georgiak once again, but it's still another very good competition for Adam Blažević, who takes second place and $700. But it is once again the rampant Romanian Apple Georgiak who makes it another victory after winning the Teqball World Championships last year in Nuremberg, winner in Madrid, and now winner here in Podgorica. He is looking unbeatable in men's singles at the moment and lifts the trophy up high. Apple Georgiak is the Teqball Tour Podgorica 2023 champion. So attention now turns to our featured gala match. Let's take a look at the highlights. So welcome back to Podgorica for the Teqball Tour. We've had both our singles finals. We're building up to coverage of our doubles finals, the women's doubles final, the mixed doubles finals, and then the men's doubles final. We've just concluded our awards ceremony, but next up we have our gala match, and Tim's going to talk you through the action.
Yeah, it could be, it's a good one for the locals, as I have to say. Some of the stars that they will recognise, maybe not some of the younger people in the audience here in Montenegro. František is our referee. So on one team in this celebrity match, Petar Grbić and Marko Vukcevic. Unless you're Montenegrin or maybe Serbian, you might not know of these two. Petar Grbić is a local pro footballer now in his third spell with the local club Budućnost, and won 7 caps for Montenegro, 34 years of age, and with him is Vukcevic, a rocker, 43-year-old rocker. And in the black and red, Vule Markovic and Vlado Perovic. Vule is a 33-year-old actor with the very popular TV series Decked to the Sea, or Dugmoru, and he actually met his wife Anna Lecic on set. They had a relationship on screen and then off screen as well. Vlado Perovic with him is a sports journalist, one with slightly less hair of the two in black and red. He hosts Montenegro's morning show.
Yeah, you can choose ball or side.
Side.
So this will be a quick affair, won't go the full distance, just a little exhibition among some famous names here.
Okay, who will serve first?
Marko Vukcevic, by the way, nearest the camera there, made his name, came to fame during Eurovision. It's almost Eurovision time again. In 2004 he was in the Montenegrin lineup, along with Serbia in those days, and they got 5th place with the group Europa. And on his own was 6th in 2005. No warm-up here, we're straight into the action. And a bold effort from the team in red and black.
Second service.
Markovic, the actor, can't quite get the first serve, a double fault. We might see a few of those, but they have been practicing. But it's a whole lot different when you come to the reality of the situation in front of a live crowd and the TV cameras. Does well that time. Nice little setup as well. Oh, just got the knee wrong there.
What a fantastic moment this is for all 4 of these players, can I just say. A chance to play in front of a live crowd, in front of the cameras here.
First service.
Just shows that Teqball is available to those of all levels.
Oh, what a serve. Oh, just denied the point as it's deemed to come off the edge. Yeah, and it also shows that we saw Caroline Greco, a pro footballer, doing so well with great skills transferred from the real grass to the indoor arena, and that's an unfortunate point to lose for the team in black and red. But here we have a pro footballer still playing, Petar Grbić, at the age of 34, but the big man, oh, what a header that is! Like he was smashing it into the back of the net, and the sports journalist almost did equally as well, Vlado Perovic.
Change of service.
Looks like he hasn't played too many times. The well-known, one of the best-known sports journalists in the country, tried to restart before they were allowed. We're still watching the replay, so they'll start again. not been used to be made to wait there, Petar Grbić, and they're just playing the point anyway, even though the referee tried to stop them.
Out. Point to team wide.
But these guys have been practicing since they knew they were going to be in this event. It's about pride. They don't want to embarrass themselves. They're very competitive, all of them. And it just shows you how difficult it can be. Missed header from Markovic.
Well, some of the stars of the Teqball world have taken part in these gala matches, the likes of Robert Pires, William Gallas, Simone Sombroso, Ronaldinho himself. So it's big shoes to fill, and the legacy of these gala matches goes on.
Big centre forward Grbić. He's just desperate for those headers, scored so many during his career. He's played around the world, in Greece, Israel, Serbia, Turkey, and he is Montenegro's Teqball ambassador, Petar Grbić.
Change of service, team in black to serve.
So 6-2, we're playing to 8, so opportunity for them to wrap up this set and this exhibition match pretty quickly. Godovic, who's been
Second
knocking in the
service.
goals again with Buducnoc this season. This is the time using the feet, but misses the target.
Point to Team in Black.
So they stay alive. 6-3 behind,
First
but
service.
clearly Godovic and Vukcevic looking the better at the moment. He's happy he got that one on the table, and the missed header from Vulin Markovic leaves match points here at 7-3.
Match point. First service.
I'm not sure the referee's been told that it is match point. He was supposed to announce it.
Second service.
This is Vlado Perovic, the 40-something sports journalist. The header is a good one from Godovic into the far corner of the table and missed by Vlado Perovic, and they have lost by 8 points to 3 in this exhibition match. So well played from Petar Godovic, and any local football fans will be happy with that here because he plays for the local club. I was down at their stadium to take a look round yesterday. Buducnost in the Montenegrin Pro League, and the 7 times capped Montenegrin international showed power headers there on more than one occasion to help them win this exhibition match, and it's obviously very much a Montenegrin flavour, which will help with the furthering of the sport here.
What I love about that as well is those of you watching at home, you know, you see the stars of this sport, the likes of Karolin Greco, the likes of Apple Georgiak.
Yeah.
And this gives you an example of the level maybe you could perhaps aspire to. Looking at what's still to come, the women's doubles finals next up, Vashash and Janacek versus Barabasi and Dako. That followed by the mixed doubles final, Velki and Peci taking on Ach and Banyik, before the men's doubles final. It's an all-star match between Hungary and Serbia. Attention now turns to the women's doubles final. Our next match to bring you live coverage of here from Podgorica. Lea Vashash and Janak Janacek will be looking to stop Kinga Parabasi and Katalin Dako. Romania versus Hungary. We've got the Agromera Teqball Academy and the Phoenix Teqball Academy. We'll come back to that in a moment. Joris Denisets is our referee for this women's doubles final. The crowd's still in fine voice, and the Hungarians make their way out onto the field of play. Lea Vashash and Janak Janacek. Good to see Janacek back in the final. We didn't see her in either of the finals in Madrid or in Dubai.
Adam Bacco in the corner again. He lost both semi-finals in the mixed with Lea Vashash.
Bit of a surprise, that one. We'll come back to that in a few moments' time. And these two are really making a name for themselves. Barabasi and Katalin Dako from Hungary, representing the Transylvania Teqball team, still chasing their first title. Major title, should I say.
Yeah, not spectacular, are they? But they are very consistent and they make life awkward for their opponents. We'll see more flair from the players in white for sure in this afternoon's final of the women's doubles. But it could be tricky and they could be frustrated by the team in the dark red.
Well, often Teqball comes down to consistency. Obviously, this is our first chance now to see doubles Teqball, which is really the peak of this sport. But yeah, really does come down to consistency a lot of the time. So Dako and Parabasi will look to cut back on mistakes, look to force their opponents into mistakes of their own, but knowing Lea Vashash and Janak Janacek as we do, I'm sure they head into this match certainly as the favourites. But let's, you know, not take away anything away from Barabasi and Dako, who beat Nora Vishek and Petra Peci in straight sets in the semi-finals. Let's introduce our players one by one then. Lea Vashash, left-footed, obviously a player we know well. Scorpion mixed doubles and women's doubles gold, 2022 women's doubles and mixed doubles world champion. Janak Janacek, 26 years of age, right-footed, from the Phoenix Teqball Academy. Skopje women's doubles and singles gold, women's doubles 2022 world champion as well. Budapest singles gold. She's won so much in this sport. Is one of those players again who you just look at from years gone by and feel the sky is the limit. Kinga Parabasi, 26 years of age, left-footed, looking for a first major title. Won the Warsaw Beach Challenger Cup, has won 3 silver medals and 1 bronze, was a beaten finalist in Madrid, as was her teammate Kathleen Dacko. Bit of an all-rounder, right-footed, also looking for a first major title, 1 silver medal and 1 bronze. And as mentioned, was a beaten finalist in Madrid. Lea Vashash and Janat Janacek
Team in red to serve
against Dacko and Barabasi. Women's doubles title will be decided in a few moments' time, and it is Barabasi to get us underway. Barabasi with the left-footed serve. Dacko is right-footed, so we've got 2 left-footed and 2 right-footed players. That does seem to be a key to winning successful doubles teams. Janacek with the smash out wide, a grimace on her face. Again, it just shows how it sometimes takes players a little bit of time to get themselves up and running. Barabasi, bit of a loose serve there.
Second service.
Janacek used to play mixed doubles with Shaba Banyik, but has now opted to play in singles and in doubles.
Out, point team in red.
Another mistake from Janacek there, who looks a little bit rusty.
Yeah, it's just difficult, isn't it, early stages, but you don't want to be giving away 3 points out of 4 on your opponent's first set of serves.
Well,
net.
She's improved her service a lot, hasn't she?
She has, yeah, notably.
Second service.
She's still in the early stages here, but here we go then. Vashash plays it to Janacek, who finally managed to get on back. Barabasi with the header there. Vashash just drops it back into the middle of the play. Dacko back to Barabasi, and we said that they might frustrate their opponents here. And Vashash gets away with just kneeing the ball back over there. Dacko just finding a chance there for Janacek with the first smash, and makes up for those 2 earlier mistakes with a point. You can see the trainers of Adam Bacco in the back of your shot there. Once again in coach's corner. Not playing any finals today for a first time in a while.
First service.
Barabasi clips the top of the nets.
Second service.
Janacek
Point team in
wide, and well, Romania starting well there. 4 rounds of 3 out of their 4 serves.
Yeah, it was important for these 2 to do well in Madrid and here, because they booked their place in the European Games coming up, representing Romania now.
Out. Point team in white.
So, seeing a bit of a cagey start to this match, with both teams having the potential to make mistakes. We know that for sure.
It's a very good standard to this year's competition, this event's competition. I have to say, some terrific semi-finals featuring big pairings, and Barabasi and Dacko managed to get revenge over Vicek and Peci, who beat them in that final in Madrid.
There comes surf then from Vashash. Barabasi out wide. It's good consistency from Barabasi, it has to be said. Janacek with a little bit of work to do here. Does well to find the centre of the table. Dacko just dinks it back in. Vashash out wide to... Sorry, Janacek out wide to Vashash. Vashash now chests it. A chance for Janacek to attack this. Yes, illegal attack. And Janacek and Vashash celebrate that. I think if anything, to try and raise those noise levels.
I think there might have been 2 illegal attacks there, but the last one was absolutely obvious.
Certainly was. Yeah, you can see on the replay there. I must say I've been very impressed by Barabasi in these early stages. Dacko's been very consistent at the back, fulfilling almost that Librero role that you'll see in volleyball, just absorbing a lot of the impact and setting up her teammate for a smash. Here we go then. Dacko sets up Barabasi, who returns with the smash. That is a real weapon for this team. Vashash just drops it short with her chest, and Dacko gets in a little bit of muddle. I feel like Hungary got away with one a little bit there. Vashash was pushed a little bit too close to the edge of that table by Janacek. Janacek still settling into this match, you feel?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on him, I think, especially Janacek, who's, as you said, not been in many finals, and maybe just feeling the pressure of losing a place at the top table of World Teqball.
Yeah, well, Janacek is a world champion, of course, having won the 2019, I think it was 2021 World Championships alongside Shaba Banyik. Losing the 2019 World Championships to Brazil, Natalia Gittler became the first ever
point team in white
female world champion.
Change of service.
So change of serve.
Team in red to serve.
Well, they were world champions in Nuremberg, weren't they? So it's really
First service.
still you'd expect them to go on and win this match.
Net.
But this younger couple, Catalina Dacco, serving now, he's only 20 years of age, showing real promise and improving quickly.
So played into the middle of the table there by Vashash. Dacco drops it short. Well played that from
One team
Vashash,
in
but
red.
left it a little bit too much to do.
It's clever from Dacco as well. The ball barely getting above the table. It's
First
so
serve.
difficult to get your foot under and to keep it alive.
Dacco and Barabasi doing everything right in these early stages, taking the sting out of the Janaszek and Vashash game. Dacco with a smash of her own, and it catches
Point team in
Janaszek
red.
out. And, well, Romania are doing all they can, you feel here, to perhaps
First service.
maybe push this match the distance and maybe even further, looking for their first ever major title. In doing so,
Second service.
would really put this pairing on the map. Already qualified for the European Games. Chest up high by Janaszek. Vasas gets to a bit of an awkward angle there, and that is
Out.
brilliant
Point
from
team in white.
Vasas, who was in a spot of bother there, but managed to angle that left leg around the table, as you'll see in the replay here. Almost on a pivot, wasn't it? Just swung it round, done so well not to make contact with the
First
table.
service.
So Dacco serving.
Out.
You can see the technique she uses with her right knee, tries to generate a bit of spin.
Second service.
Second serve will come once again from that right knee, lofted up high. Janaszek plays outside now, chance for Vashash to attack that, and it's brilliant. And we'll start to see more of that as the match goes on. Janaszek setting up Vashash for that iconic smash.
So service over, 6-6, 2-2 they shared those four. And I did mention that they gained revenge over Vicek and Perci with a semi-final victory here, having lost them in the Madrid final. And
Change of
in
service,
Madrid,
team in
it
white.
was Vicek and Perci who put out Vashash and Janaszek en route to the final.
First service.
So there's an argument to be made for the form, maybe slightly favouring Europeans coming into this.
Out. Point team in white.
So
First
for the
service.
first time this set, Vashash, Janaszek are ahead,
Net.
and you do feel it's a case of them now maybe
Second service.
pushing on from this position. I still feel like there's more to come from the Hungarians. Romanians are maybe frustrating a little bit. The smash comes in from Dacco. Janaszek,
Fought too many touches.
too many
Point
touches,
to
it
team
was
in
double
red.
touch there for Janaszek. So the mistakes are still there.
Sometimes get away with that. We saw that earlier in the women's singles, but Janaszek was punished then and she
First
gave a
service.
rueful nod. She knew it had happened.
So Janaszek
Out.
service long.
Second service.
Second serve now for Jeanette. Dacco with a chance to smash this, drops it short. Vashash does well. Oh, that's brilliant!
Illegal return.
Oh.
Point team in red.
Well,
They're going to challenge
Janaszek,
it.
they are going to challenge that. Janaszek lunged forward with that left foot.
Challenge
Vashash did
requested
incredibly
by
well
team in white for
to keep
illegal
that
return.
point alive.
Legal
A
return.
legal return.
So is that-
So let's have a look. Sure that
It's twice with the boot, isn't it? I think.
Well, I
There's
think
no
that'll get
problem with it over
overturned.
halfway. Well, it's nothing. I don't think it's anything to do with that. is it?
Janaszek seems to think it's going to get overturned as well.
Challenge is completed. No illegal return.
Yeah, and it is
Point team in
overturned. A good
white.
challenge and a really
Challenge
good point. We can
remains.
enjoy that point now that we know it did go the way of Janaszek and Vashash.
Deserved it. It was a beautiful piece of skill.
Really great play. Done so well to get down so low there. And you can see the wry smile on the face of Barabasi.
First service.
So Janaszek with the serve. Strong but absorbed well by Barabashi. Vasas to Janaszek. Janaszek with the smash. Dacco does well to get in the way of it. And Barabashi shoulders it in. It's wide.
Out. Point team in white.
And Vashash and Janaszek are just growing stronger and
Change of
stronger
service. Team in red
into
to
this second set. 9-7 they lead now. And the Barabashi serve will come under
First
pressure
service.
here.
Well, they've got the strongest server on, and they need to win a few of these points.
There's a smash from Janaszek.
Unless-
Out.
It's
Point
a
to team
miss.
red.
And still the mistakes coming from Janaszek out wide. A few too many of them for her liking. still looks pretty calm and composed.
Neither of these two teams lost a set en route to this final.
First service.
So Barabashi with the serve. Janacek again.
Point Team in red.
It's difficult from that position. I would say that's probably not so much an unforced error from her, more just not the best sets.
Done well to play it back to 9-all here.
They really have. This match is going a distance at the moment. Janacek with the smash,
Point Team in white.
and that is more like it.
Very close to the halfway point. No challenge. Well, we won't see from this angle, but you'll see the skill and the technique that was used.
Brilliant. Side of the foot.
Feet were over the halfway
First
line,
service.
the orange line. But
Delivered
maybe,
accuracy well there.
maybe not when the contact was made. So pressure here needs
Second
to win this
serve.
point.
Yeah, they do, you feel, because otherwise the serve switches. Janacek with a chance to finish this off. It's into the head of Dako
Point
and
Team in white.
powers over the advertising boards around the side.
Three
and it's
set
felt
points.
inevitable, hasn't it? Vashash and Janacek have been growing ever stronger in this first set and have
Change of
now
service,
set
Team in
themselves
white
up.
serve.
The first set points of the match. It's on the Vashash serve as well.
First service.
Looking to get this done at first time of asking. Vashash from left to right. In comes the serve. Barabasi to keep this alive. Dako just finds a table
Edge
and
ball.
it's an edge ball, and we will
Repeat the
repeat
rally.
the points.
Nervy moments.
Certainly is if you're a Romanian fan or a fan
First service.
of the Transylvanian Teqball club. Vashash again with another serve. In it comes.
Out.
And it will be a second serve now.
Second service.
So Romania just trying to stay alive here in this opening set. In comes the serve from Vashash. Barabasi drops it short, it's into the
Point
net.
Team in white.
And that is
First
the
set,
first set
Team in
today
white.
of Vashash and Janacek, who grew ever stronger in that first set and have taken a big step towards victory here in Podgorica. They take the first set, and 12-9 I feel only tells maybe a fraction of the story, because Vashash and Janacek look still like they've got more to give. Haven't quite got out of fourth gear, and well, it was a close set, but the Romanians are going to have to try and pick themselves up.
Yeah, I wouldn't write off the Romanians yet. If both sides are at their absolute peak, then the Hungarians should win it. They've got the experience, they've got the big players, they've got the aggression. But the way that the Romanians play as a team and do make life difficult for the opponents, they could yet think that they've got a real chance in this match. So 4 winners from the Hungarians, and even though they made unforced errors, 3 more than their opponents, they edged in the end. They weren't ahead in the first half of this set. It took until the 13th point before they timed their run and ended up taking the set 12-9. Central
Let's go.
Square in Podgorica on view. We've had some very sunny days, a little bit cloudier today, but during the week it's been
Team in white,
very
please.
pleasant weather. There won't be many in the Teqball community, as James was opining, that would give Arabashi and Dako much of a chance here. But the Transylvania Teqball team
Second set.
pair well together and
Team in
are
white to
improving.
serve.
Here we go then, the second set about to get underway, resuming the action with
First service.
Vashash, representing the Aglamira Teqball
Out.
Academy, taking the first set 12-9.
Second service.
It's more of a tactical match this, you feel. Shava Banyik will be
Out.
making an
Point
appearance
Team in
in our
white.
mixed doubles final, that following this women's doubles final. It's Balac Velki
First
and
service.
Petra Pecci taking on Christina Atch and Shava Banyik.
Out.
Vashash's serve
Second service.
is long, a second serve to come in there.
Point Team in white.
So, solid start, unlike the beginning of the first set, and you can see the confidence
First service.
seemingly flowing through Vashash and Janacek. Great serve that from Vashash. Oh, brilliant
Point
from
Team in red.
Dako out wide, who used the knee to shorten the ball with a harvester. 2-1 the score. Yeah, great serve that from Vashash, but Dako here just brilliantly just killing the ball on the way past.
First service. Net. Second service.
So second serve now for Vashash as she looks to finish her service routine in positive figures. The attack from Barabasi. Really good reply though from Vashash. Another chance from Dako. Janaszek tries to leap up like a salmon out of water to get that ball back. Too strong from Dako. And we are level on this second set, 2-all.
Yeah, good fighting spirit, and Dako doesn't get in too many aggressive
Change of
shots,
service,
so
to
that'll
serve.
do her confidence and the Romanian team a world of good with their better server to come here,
First
the taller
serve.
King of Barabashi.
So Janaszek to Vashash.
Point team in red.
And it's dropped short into the net, and a characteristic mistake there from Vashash.
First service.
So can Romania push this to a third set? Brought themselves back into it.
Point team in
Brilliant
white.
from Vashash. Just asks too much from Barabashi there.
First service.
So Barabashi
Net.
with the stronger of the two serves from this Romanian team. It was very level in that first set,
Second
12-9. Hungary finding those extra points when it really mattered. Janaszek out wide to Vashash. Vashash using that powerful left
Point him in
sweeping
wide.
foot. And again, Hungary take the lead, and they've started the second set, has to be said, a little bit more
First service.
confident than they started the first. Janaszek does well to get that back to Vashash, who chests it back into play brilliantly. Dako, cool and collective out wide. And again, Vashash just has to play it slowly. Barabashi looks like she was going to attack that with a bit of power. Great rally this. Barabasi out wide to Dako. Oh, he got herself in a bit of a bother there out
Change
wide.
of service. Team in white to serve.
Hungary with a useful point there at the change of serves. Switches to Janaszek, a great
First
rally
service.
between all four players. So Janaszek with the serve.
Out.
It's long.
Second service.
Second serve for Janaszek. Barabasi plays it back in. Janaszek now drops the ball into the middle of the table. Barabashi using the table well. Brilliant from Janaszek. Vashash with the smash. Barabashi manages to take the sting out of it. Dropped short by Dako. Janaszek with a chance to finish this now. Too powerful for
Point him in
Dako.
white.
Another big point for the Hungarians to win, and they're just 6 points away from victory now, Tim.
Yeah, 6-3, 3 in it, and the first of these four service from Dako, and it's from Janaszek, and if they can win 3 of these 4, they'd be well on their way.
First
Good
service.
start for Janaszek.
Point team in white.
7-3 then. And this is looking like
First
it's going
serve.
one way. Not quite the drama we saw of the
Point team in white.
previous singles finals. This, that being the dominance of the Hungarian team.
Timeout for
And a
team
Oh,
timeout
in
called
red.
from the team from Romania, Tim, and I think that's the right call at this point in the match.
Yeah, they've got to press the reset button somehow, haven't they? And they started so well in the first set and started okay in the second set as well, 2-2 and 3-3, but it's just seen the momentum swing away with 5 successive points here, and the Hungarians using their experience and maybe a few nerves from the lesser experienced Romanians. King of Barabashi, by the way, is an outdoor footballer as well, represented Romania at youth level, and indeed in 2019 played a couple of full internationals for them as well. Defender, but transferring the skills more than adequately. And while there's a look of concern in one quarter, there's all smiles in the other. 8-3 in this tactical timeout.
So 10 seconds remaining on the clock for the timeout. The
Bronze.
body language of Vashash and Janaszek looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, bronze, so they were so disappointed, weren't they? We spoke to them in Madrid after not making the final. A real shock to them, really, and they were determined to come out here and win medals. So Vashash didn't work out in the mixed doubles. This is her one chance of glory. And so
First
to
service.
Janaszek, 8-3.
So Barabasi and Dako, beaten finalists in Madrid, still looking for that first major title. What do they have to do to get that? It's not looking like it's going to come today. It's now a
change of service.
6th or 7th consecutive points in a row for Vashash and Janacek.
6 titles they've collected as a pairing,
Team in
Vashash and
red
Janacek, 1 already this season.
First service. Out.
Serve is long from Dako. Vashash and
Second
Janacek
service.
just 3 points away from glory here in Montenegro. Podgorica, the venue for this final. There's the smash from Janacek, it's too
Point
strong!
in
And Dako has lost her composure from that first set. And since levelling the score at 9-all in that first set, this pairing of Janacek and Vashash have not looked back.
First service.
And they're now just 2 points away from glory, and it is just a matter of time, you feel.
Net.
Yeah, had a difficult semi-final against Cotter and Arch,
Second
Christina
serve.
Arch, we've seen regularly recently. And they were given even more of a challenge by them than the Romanians today, I'm afraid.
Janacek jumps up high to get that back. A chance for Barabasi to attack
Point
it.
him in red.
That's more like it. Using that strong and dominant left foot to smash the ball home.
First service.
They're going to need quite a few more of them if they are to keep this match competitive. Good serve from Dako. Janacek with the smash,
Out,
wrong
punch
side
him
of
in
the
the red.
nets.
It's never over till it's over. Crossing the finishing line in professional sport is harder than getting there.
100%. And whilst there is still life in this Barabasi Dako team, they will continue fighting to the end, you feel. They are grafters of this sport, making life difficult, frustrating opponents. They're stringing together a nice little run of points.
First service.
10-5 the score. Dako still with one
Out.
last serve.
So defensive
Second
serve
serve.
now, a chance for the team in white to kill this one.
Yeah, it would be a big smash here. Maybe coming out from Janacek,
Out,
and it's
punch, team in
out.
red.
And quite a few mistakes have gone
Change
away
of service. Team in white
of
to
the
serve.
Hungarians there. So a change of service, and
3 in a row from
Yep.
10-3.
they need
First
to take
service.
4 on the Janacek serve if they are to avoid match points. In the Vashash serve, so I say. Barabasi, chest up to the middle of the table. Vashash is there. Janacek with a chance for a smash. There it comes,
Punch him in
right
the-
down the middle, and that sets up the first championship point of the Teqball tour here in Podgorica in the women's final. It's on the Vashash
First
serve,
service.
11-6. Will they get it done at first time of asking? In comes the serve from Vashash into the nets.
6 match points, remember, because it is a sudden death point if we get to
Second
11-all.
service.
Surely past the point of no return.
Here we go then, match point once again. Barabasi drops it short. Janacek
Point
tries
in
to
row.
get down low and does well to avoid contact with the table. First one saved. I'll tell you what, Barabasi and Dako are growing back into this, albeit
First
somewhat
service.
slowly. They've still got a long way to go. Lea Vashash. 1 match point goes adrift.
Net.
Into the nets.
Won 4 of the last 5 points, and now a
Second
second
serve.
serve. Still hanging on.
They certainly are. Will this be the point when it all ends though? Barabashi down the middle of the table. A chance now set up for the smash. Janacek goes long
Wow,
again.
punch him in red.
It's another mistake and a head in the hands moment for Lea Vashash.
And this is where you can just tense up a little bit, I think.
Yep.
Jeanette did there, to be honest.
Another Vashash serve, still at match points.
Last serve of the 4. 11-8.
First service.
So
They were 10-3.
here we go, Vashash with a long wait there between serves. In comes that serve, it's a good one as well. Dako plays it back in. Out wide to Vashash with a chance to finish it. Not this time though, Barabashi back into play. Janacek with the head. Dako's there, Barabashi chests it, sets herself up for the smash. Janacek does very well to get down and claim that back. And we'll have to try and
Fourth
revert
and
back.
ball,
And this is
team in red.
brilliant from the Romanians, who are clinging on for
Change of
dear
service.
life. They save yet another match
Team in red to
point,
serve.
and that's 3 out of the 4
Yeah, and that's-
Vashash serves, and it's the
First
stronger
serve.
of the 2. Can they pull off a shot return here?
Foot.
she's been using the headed first serve of late after missing a couple in the earlier first set. She went for the power, trying to win it on the serve.
So Barabashi with a second serve.
Second
Still
service.
3 more match points to come. In comes serve from Barabashi. Janacek out wide. Chance now for Vashash to finish it.
Net
Which
plus
she
3 bounces.
does.
Repeat
It
the
clips
rally.
the net on the way. No, it's a repeat of the rally. I was about to call match point there.
Bounced too many
First
times.
serve.
Yeah, it was 3 bounces on the table, wasn't it? So in comes the
Edge
serve,
ball.
it's an edge ball, and it will of course be a repeat
New first service.
first serve, because in the rallies points repeated, you get another continuation of the serve. Right, here we go. Once again match point, Vashash with the smash. Barabasi absorbs it, and it's back in by Dako. Up high, chance now for Janishek.
Oh.
Wow, it's lifted up high, Barabashi chests it, Dako, it's just made the back of the table. Vashash to keep this point alive. Oh, and they've
Point
got into
Team
a
White.
cluster there.
Match.
Barabashi and Dako
Team
lose
White.
the match. Vashash and Janishek finally get the job done at the fourth time of asking. They are the champions here in Montenegro, in Podgorica. Lev Vashash and Janat Janishek, 12-9, 12-9 are the champions, and they were made to work hard for that one.
Yeah, in the end it was a good final, and I'm glad that Barabashi and Dako got back into it, and they were so disappointed at the end, having done so much hard work, but they didn't get thrashed as it looked like it might be at 10-3, and it ended up to be a pulsating finish to that second set and to the match, but just that bit of quality, maybe a tiny bit of luck as well at the end. But for Vashash and particularly for Janet Janishek, a much needed victory again. They're back on the winners rostrum. I'll cross to you for the awards ceremony, James.
Yeah, well, that final was always going to be favourable towards Lev Vashash and Janat Janishek. Let's take a look at the statistics as we get those beautiful GVs over the city of Podgorica. But it is the Hungarians who are victorious. 24 points to 18 in the two sets combined. Not much in it, you can see from the statistics there. Quite a few unforced errors from the Hungarians. They did make life difficult for themselves at certain points. But that concludes the women's doubles final. All that is left is for us to enjoy the award ceremony for the women's doubles. We do still have two fantastic Teqball matches, mixed doubles and men's doubles. But first, we award our trophies. His Excellency Mr. Vasilija Lalasevic will be handing over those awards. First up, it is the Romanians, King Barabasi and Catalin Dako, who are really making a name for themselves. It's the second consecutive final. It wasn't to be a first major for them, but I'm sure they will not be complaining too much, having taken gold here in doubles. It's $2,400 for the winners and $1,400 for second place. But the gold medalists here in Podgorica, women's doubles champions Lev Vashash and Janet Janishek. So, good to see Janet Janishek back on the top step. Picks up another major title. Lev Vashash, we're so used to seeing up there too. These two great ambassadors for Hungarians women's sports, and win another trophy here.
And it could be really good for Hungary as a nation in the European Games, couldn't it? They could pick up a few medals in the Teqball.
Trophies lifted up high. And congratulations from the crowd showing their appreciation. Lev Vashash and Janet Janishek are the women's doubles champions here in Podgorica. And we will begin our build-up to the coverage of the mixed doubles final when we hand back over to Tim.
Yeah, so two finals remaining then, the mixed doubles and the men's doubles. And let's just remind you of what we've just seen in the women's doubles final. So we're 3/5 of the way through, 3 finals done and dusted, 2 to come, and sometimes these are the most exciting 2 of the lot. The men's doubles coming up straight after the mixed doubles final, which is an all-Hungarian affair. So far the goals have gone to Hungary, Romania, Hungary, and we're guaranteeing another one here for Hungary as Balázs Velki, veteran status now and maybe a bit of a surprise finalist here, along with Petr Perci, who's in magnificent form, are taking on the inimitable, one of the biggest stars of world Teqball, Csaba Bányik and Kristina Ach. A newly found partnership in some respects, but they are really white hot at the moment. They've won in Madrid without losing a set, and the big surprise, I guess, was in the semi-final when Vasas and Bako were knocked out by Velki and Petr Perci. First of all, let's say hello to Attila Sabo of Romania, our match referee, the lead referee, as we have been saying. There are 2 referees, another one off camera, just checking the centre of the table. And the lights flash for the arrival of the first of the 2 Hungarian teams. Petr Perci, 23 years of age, and her teammate Balázs Velki at 31, representing the Szereti Teqball and the Steckers Club. Also a fairly new partnership, don't see them in action too much in mixed doubles. But this pair, well, they could be around for quite a while. Csaba Bányik and Kristina Ach, one of the rising stars of the female game. Kristina, 23 years of age, the perfect foil, setting up for the big hitting Csaba Bányik. And if ever you've watched any Teqball before, even if you've just seen highlights from one clip that's been shared on social media, I bet you've seen Csaba Bányik in action.
Yeah, it's just showing off his new walk-on routine there, mimicking that
white or dark.
ominous right leg.
White, you have dark.
Really interesting couple of semi-finals
side?
as well,
Which side you want?
as Tim mentioned.
This side. You want to serve
Perci
or
and
want to receive?
Perci
Serve. Who will be the receiver?
beating Vasas
You are
and
the
Bako
receiver.
somewhat
Who will be the
surprisingly in
server?
yesterday's
You are the
mixed
server.
doubles semi-final.
Good game.
Bányik
Good
and
luck.
Ach getting past Morovic and Lemajic, the Serbians.
Lost a set though, didn't they?
They
It would
did.
push all the way, 12-8 the
1-1.
second set, and
Yeah.
they 12-8 in the final set. They won it, but it could have been a little tighter than that. Speaking of close calls, there was an absolute thriller in the round of 16 match between Velki and Perci, who weren't expected to beat the French couple, in all honesty, Hugo Rabot and Amélie Julien. And it was a 13-11 final set conclusion in favour of Velki and Perci. So they've walked the tightrope at certain points during this week here in Podgorica in Montenegro, but they've made the championship match, the first prize, the $1,200 each, up for grabs in this mixed doubles final. Also did lose to Vasas and Bako in the group stage, actually, 12-11, 12-5, but they turned it around with that semi-final victory. And it's always hard to take for Vasas and Bako, or for anyone who's won in a group stage quite easily and then lost when it really matters. Well, Ach and Bányik looked brilliant, didn't they, in Madrid? And it'd be a real surprise if they don't win again here, I think, James.
Yeah, it would be. Csaba Bányik's form has been absolutely sensational this season.
Are you ready?
Just feel like whenever Csaba Bányik's playing that he is
game.
going to be on the team that
First
wins.
service.
Obviously, we're playing back-to-back finals coming up.
Hold on to your hats.
Point
I hope
would
they
be
might be hard hats
blue.
if you're here in the stadium, or if ever you go to watch Csaba Bányik. That was a low one. When he gets in open player smash, it can sail not only out of the playing area, but hit the back walls of the arena themselves, wherever we are.
First service.
Could be a few in Krakow in the summer in danger if he's involved.
Net.
Look how high that went, almost hit the roof here. The lighting that's, I don't know, maybe 12 metres in the air.
Second service.
Bányik, again, won the first point with a big serve. Perci trying to set up her teammate, but had to take it herself and gets an edge.
Repeat the rally.
She'll settle with that from the first serve. They just have to hope that Csaba doesn't land that first serve, if we're brutally honest.
Yeah, the Csaba Bányik first serve is,
First
as
service.
you're seeing in front of your very eyes now, the biggest weapon in Teqball. The only player that really seems to have got a grip on it is possibly Bogdan Morovic, but even then, it wasn't enough for them to
Point to team
get
in blue.
past as Perci
Yeah, just to explain there, the ball was going in, so you might have thought, well, Perci didn't need to try to touch that, but both players in doubles have to touch the ball, otherwise it is an illegal point. So the first 2 points go to Baniak and Arch, representing Phoenix Teqball Academy.
Team in blue.
Well, they won in Madrid without losing a set. And here, as we've already mentioned, they did drop a set to the Serbs in the semi-final, but came through, and they still start big favourites for this one. And
First
a chance
service.
of a clean sweep of the first 4 points as Chabas steps up to that orange mark to occasionally get a couple of foot faults in finals day, none so far today. Arch trying to set up Baniak, spins, turns effortlessly with a big hit. Perci has one touch, does really well to keep it in play, that's why she's been in form. Chava Baniak resorts to the header, and now it'll have to be set up for Perci to have a swing. I think she's made it, she has.
Well, big apologies there from
Change of
Perci.
service.
Clip the net on the way past. It won't be the clean sweep on the Baniak serve that they will have feared. They've managed to take one away, and Perci.
I think
I
she
don't
won the point anyway.
Yeah, I don't think apologies needed there, to be honest with you. I think it's just courtesy, isn't it, I suppose?
First service.
Like a
A couple of
netball in
nights ago,
tennis.
she was sat in the lobby in the hotel and she was on her own,
Point
just
in green.
concentrating after a hard day during the qualifying session. The event here going on for 3 days until we get to these finals. So they've been hard at work through the group stages and the knockout rounds.
First service.
Chava Baniak and Christina Arch lost just 8 points in their 4 sets in the group stage. Baniak's missed one.
Yeah.
Note it down.
Yeah,
So from
Baniak-
3-0, it's suddenly
3-3.
3-3 here.
Baniak swiped at that, didn't he? But it wasn't
First service.
quite what we're used to with Chava Baniak.
Velki
Net.
into the net, 31 years of age.
Second service.
Chava, 3 years younger, goes for the big smash, and Velki was back there and they left it to each other. It's a divorce between the two. When either player goes for the ball, they both leave it to each other. Yeah, could have got that, couldn't they? I think Velki probably should have gone for it if he'd taken the touch.
First service.
The last of the 4 serves, the team in green, all Hungarian fine. Velki will have to set up Perci here. She's waiting for the big swing. It's a brilliant finish. A touch of the Chabas from Petra Perci. And the 23-year-old levels the scores expertly at 4-4.
Actually a member of the Steckers Teqball Club in Budapest.
Big Real Madrid fan. I'm sure the likes of Ferenc Varos won't be too pleased to hear that.
Change of service. Team in blue to serve.
Real Madrid, a big worldwide club, and they are really big in Hungary. A lot of links
First service.
historically between the two. Puskás, not least, of course. Perci keeps it alive. Good serve, though, from Arch, and she's going for a big swing again. Nails it again. That's why she's one of the 4 players in the women's game in the world of Teqball, and they've turned it around from 3 down. They're leading in the final for the first time.
Well, you were probably expecting it to be the Chava Baniak swinging show, but it's the
First
Petra
service.
Perci swinging show at the moment. Absolutely phenomenal smashes.
I'll have to set up her opponent this time. Velki going with that left foot. Oh, it's delicate. Oh, it's an edge ball. Will they challenge?
We've got a final on our hands here.
We have indeed. No challenge is the instruction. So they'll replay the
First
point.
service.
Christina Arch at 4-5. And they serve an ace. Just the direction as much as anything, catching Perci a little off guard.
First service.
Christina Arch serving. Velki with the header, and it's a good one. Puts them under pressure. The chest needed to be used, but can't find the table.
Point team in green.
Baniak concedes the point. One more serve to come. 6-5. They'll be looking to take
First
another
service.
point against the female serve here. Setting up Perci again. It's
Oh.
another good
Edge ball.
swing, and it's another edge ball.
That was just acrobatics on show here. They are making the most of this opportunity to take nothing away from this performance so far. I think this has probably caught out Arch and
First
Baniak
service.
a little bit here. The
get the feeling they're trying to buy time until the serves for Chaba come again. It was another smashing smash.
Oh, wow.
And Archer, who controlled it well on the first to give herself a chance, just couldn't quite feed her opponent. And the team in green leading 7-5. Bit of an upset here.
Wow.
4 serves to come. Can Perci hold at least 2?
Been unbelievable in this final so far. So consistent out wide, not missing
Second service.
anything, it feels like.
Did well in Dubai, and it's just
Double
been,
fault.
as soon as you say that,
Point.
commentator's curse, a
commentator's
double
curse,
fault.
but it happens, doesn't it?
It does. Captain's fault, 7-6. Can't afford to give points away in a final
First
against
service.
Chaba. And the big man's waiting for this one now.
So third consecutive fault now, can't afford another one. She's going to be very cautious
Second
here. A
service.
chance now for Banya can actually attack this.
Manufactured a smash there.
Oh
Oh,
my
what a brilliant finish.
goodness
2-touch
me.
from the team in green. And Perci's on fire. Keeps a 2-point gap.
This is probably the most reserved Shaba Banyak performance I've seen in a long time. He's being made to look average here, which he certainly isn't.
Quite been set up by Archer like how he was in Madrid when he was firing everything. Had to manufacture rather than have clean hits here. If you can get the 1-touch to Arch here, they'll get the setup. Oh, and she's got an edge ball, I think.
Repeat the rally.
It's so low, no chance to set her opponent. That's the idea when Banyak is facing.
First
But if
service.
it's a good serve, Perci can deny that opportunity and maybe make him take 2 touches. Got 1 touch. Arch will try and set it up for the big swing. Again, a little behind him,
brilliant.
but it's enough
Point to
because
Team
it
Blue.
catches Velki out. He lands up on his backside. The ball goes to ground. 8-7. Still a thrilling opening set, and it augurs well for the rest of this match.
It was precision rather than power there from Banyak, and you see the angle wasn't great, but just finds that back
First
left-hand side of
service.
the table.
Twisting and arching his body. Banyak with a touch. Arch. This will be a little delicate touch. Velki setting up the inform. Perci
Oh,
smashes
wow.
again. He's had an
Edge ball.
edge. It is 3 times the decision's gone against them. Are they saving their challenge? Are they going to go for it? They'll.
I think that was an edge. You can tell by the sound
I
as
think
much
that-
as you can by
First
seeing.
service.
It just skimmed the back of the table there. It's a 4th edge ball from Perci.
So still 8-7. Banyak gets a smashing. Velki with a header. That's ambitious. Goes for the sniper. And is there going to be a challenge the other way? No illegal attack. The point stands. They get out of
Change of
Perci's
service.
serve with 2-2, and so they still protect their lead 9-7. But guess who's serving now? It can all change. The 2 men, but first, Chaba Banyak.
Well,
First
what I will
service.
say is there is extra pressure on the Shaba Banyak serve here. He needs to deliver, and the first
No.
one hammers into the net. But don't forget, Shaba Banyak pretty much just has 2 first serves now.
Yeah, he does, but you're right. When you're serving at
Second
7-1
service.
or 8-3, it's a lot easier than trailing. It's a brilliant second. Velki's gone long with a header.
Point Team Blue.
Well,
They're
it's-
appealing about something.
they're going to
No,
challenge
no
this.
challenge for net.
No challenge for that.
No challenge for net.
Claiming that it hit the net.
No challenge for that. Well, the thing about Shaba Banyak is you're guaranteed really 6 or 7 points every set just
First
from his
service.
serve, aren't you? He's already had 4.
There's potentially another one because they're a long way back. Perci gets a
Oh,
good
brilliant
header in.
from Perci.
A little bit out of position there, Arch, and she's struggling to make the header. She can't do so.
Point
They've
Team
taken a
Green.
point, and that is crucial because it means they can't be behind after Banyak's serves are finished. And with Velki's serves to come, they can sense a way to this first set. They're leading by
First
2,
service.
2 serves remaining, 10-8.
Taking a second point off the Banyak serve.
Out.
First 2-12 wins the set.
Look at that though, it's tit for tat, point
Second
for point.
service.
Second serve. Oh, it's another
so
brilliant second
Point
serve.
to
Too
Team
good.
Blue.
Too good. But 10-9. They're still up against it, 9-10. If you want to be pedantic about it, because it shows that one more serve to come. But look at that, that's a second serve. That's better than almost the entire Teqball world's first serves.
First service.
Settles himself. 28-year-old from Phoenix Tech Academy in
Ooh.
Hungary.
Net.
Oh, they have called the net this time. Attila, the umpire, nearly taken out. The referee having to take evasive action
Second
as Petra
service.
Perci was lunging down on him.
Point.
It's a fabulous.
edge ball.
Oh, it's been changed.
Ooh,
Been changed to an edge
Shaba's
ball,
gonna
and
challenge.
they are challenging
Challenge
indeed,
requested
James.
by Team in
So it
Blue
was called a
for edge
point,
ball.
then an edge ball, and Chaba wants it made a point again, as of course he would. So
Well, the referee changed his mind mid-sentence, didn't he? Conferring with the second ref. Let's have a look. I felt that was good, you know. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's going to be overturned.
Look at the shadow, don't you?
Yeah, that's definitely.
Chaba's celebrating.
Yeah,
You can see
he
on your
is. He
screen.
knows. The referee's saying wait, but I think there's no questions asked. That is going to be a set levelling point there for Shaba Banyik. They were looking at this a little bit further, but that to me is conclusive.
Yeah.
You can see
Challenge is completed. No edge ball. Point to team blue.
So
Challenge
they
is remaining
level it up at
for team
10-10.
blue.
But the important thing is
Change
Velki
of service.
and Perci have served now, and so in one respect nothing to fear. But Velki needs to get it
First
right
service.
with his low trajectory. Not the tallest player like Banyik, so goes for the low one, but it's off the end of the table. And now there's real pressure. You can't afford to
Second
captain's
service.
fault now. Second serve, defensive header. Banyik trying to set himself up for the big one. Kept in play. And the header is wide.
Point to team in blue.
So set point then, and Banyik not getting the power we're used to.
Well, they still
Set
have
point,
3
team in
serves
blue.
to come, but only 2 needed. They need to win this one, and then it'll be a sudden death
First
point.
service.
So they still have hope. Balázs Velki, pressure time. He's missed the
No.
first serve. Little fist bump there from Christina Arch. She knew how important that was. Not been in this position as often as his opponent, Balázs Velki, of course.
Second service.
A new partnership. Still set point against them. Can they set up a deciding point? Banyik hopes not. Smashes and
Point
wins
to
the
team
set.
in blue.
Well, it was so closely fought, and they were ahead for so long in the set, even at 10-8. But a super comeback from Banyik on serve, and then the big hitters at the end to take the set.
Well, you do have to feel there for Velki and Perci, who, I mean, they didn't really do much wrong in that set, has to be said. Perci was brilliant out wide. Shaba Banyik was, I don't think, it wasn't a 10 out of 10 performance from him. But even when Shaba Banyik's playing good rather than superb, it's still so dangerous. Atch was really, really solid, and in the end, they came good when it really, really mattered. Let's have a look at those first set statistics then.
Yeah, in front of the old tower in Podgorica, you can see first serve points. One was higher from Velki and Perci, and they did make the only double fault. They had 4 winners, but the unforced
Handle
error
break.
slightly more as well. I think Banyik and Christina Arch definitely had more than 0 winners. Well, I guess it's extra difficult now because Velki and especially Perci played so well in that first set and still lost, James. Psychologically, a huge blow.
Well, they've got to lift themselves, and they've got to play even better than they did in that first set, and I honestly think those two played pretty much close to their
First
best
service.
Teqball, and to be fair, it did enough to win that set. It just came on Stockton at the wrong moment, but that's a good start.
Point
And
to
Yeah,
team
it's
in
what they
green.
needed. It's so important getting that first point after losing a set.
Especially, I think, for Balázs Velki. He will have thought, rightly or wrongly, that it was his fault that they lost that set. He had
First
serve at
service.
10-10 and lost the first 2 points on serve. So important that he got the first point there, and important he takes 3 of these 4, preferably.
Second service.
Second serve, it's a little easier to deal with, a lot easier actually. In towards
Oh.
Shaba, is it
Point
over
for
halfway?
Team
No,
Blue.
it isn't.
No, not at all. And you know what? That is Banyik's probably first clean smash winner that we've seen in this match, which is so unusual to see. It just goes to show the job that Velki and Perci are doing in.
Yeah, they denied
First
Yes.
Arch the chance to set up a
Agreed.
opponent. It's a good serve. Awkward now for Arch. She does pretty well, gives him a chance, but uses the knee, so the big hitter could be to come if they can get it back, but they can't. Perci finishes it. Clever, didn't put too much power on that one and let the downward momentum take it to the floor, 2-1.
Such is the range of Perci's play out wide there. She shortens the ball beautifully, and Arch was left at the back of the arena
First service.
expecting a smash. Big gap. Perci noticed it, and they win the point.
This
No.
is the first serve.
Second service.
Lost in the group stage, remember,
Number 4.
and a captain's
Point to
fault,
team in
and he
blue.
will be feeling terrible right now, I'm
Change of
afraid.
service.
Balázs Velki, 2-2, captain's fault.
Well, $2,400 up for grabs for the winning team.
We're in Podgorica, just north of Lake Skadar, one of the really beautiful places in Montenegro. And a big serve.
Yeah, it's the Banjak serve, so let's
Second
see
service.
how many he can get.
Oh, the second serve's worse than the first.
Point to team in blue.
Ridiculous.
She'll have bruises
I mean,
all over her
what-
legs,
what-
Will Petra.
What Banjak must be doing is practicing his serves, must be knowing, right, I'm getting 8, 9 out of 10 in, which, you know, guarantees that he can really attack that serve, knowing just get that leg up so high.
Phenomenal skill.
It,
And it
First
is,
service.
it's practice, it doesn't happen by
yeah, but
chance.
it's also genetics, this. I mean, the
Point to
way
team
he
blue.
gets that leg up high is unique. I mean, Perchis, you can see, gets close to it, but the stretching he must have to do. I'm sure he's a big yoga man as well.
It's the speed, it's the
First
height.
service.
You're having him down as a yoga man.
Oh,
it's another
be
one.
that flexible.
3 out of 3. Well, we've seen Csaba do it before. And is this final now going away from Velki and Perchi? The man with 52 career titles is starting to fire up again, the big
First
guns.
service.
This for 4 out of 4.
Kept alive at the first instance. Perchi tries to give Velki a chance. It's going off the table, though. It is a
Point
clean
to team
sweep on the Csaba Banjak serve.
Look at him stretching
Change
it
of
out,
service.
so casual, knowing he's got men's doubles final to follow here as well. Csaba Banjak is
First
just,
service.
I mean,
Phenomenal.
he's a phenomenon. He's an absolute phenomenal player.
And his partner helping him out there as well, Christina Arch. Perchi, though, had a brilliant first set, gets her
Point
first
to
clean
team
smash
green.
of the second. Now, it's not over for sure because they still have the chance to attack Christina Arch's serve here
But
on the
that-
next 4 as well. So if they can take 3 points here on Perchi, could see a momentum switch.
But don't forget,
First service.
we could well see another 4 points on the Banjak serve if they do get back into this. So they've got to be winning every single opportunity that comes their way. Perchi with a chance to
Perchi,
smash.
good smash, but great defending from Christina Arch. Csaba says, this is mine, I'll take the 2 touches. Can't finish the job yet. Velki with a lot of work to do. Dipping header comes off the net, but it's play on, and
Point to
too
team
low
green.
for Csaba Banjak. Even he can do nothing about that.
Well, Banjak got down very low there. I was actually worried for a second he might make contact with the table,
So
but
was I. Yeah, could do some damage, couldn't it, to the good looks.
First service.
Perchi's doing well here, 2 out of 2, and she's serving well. Arch struggling, but sets up Csaba perfectly. Can't finish it, but might yet do so.
Oh.
Yeah, Perchi
Point to
can't
team
rescue
blue.
that one. 7-5, but shouldn't be distressed. If they can get 3 out of 4, that's why I said, then they have a chance to attack Christina Archer's serve. It's almost like a game of chess at times with a lot of physical attributes as well.
First
But
service.
the mentality is, she's got to win this point now. Can't be 8-4 down. And this is the first serve. Didn't seem to put much spin on that one either, like she normally does.
Second
This time,
service.
more defensive, slightly softer. And Csaba Banjak won't do anything softly.
goodness.
Velki's got his angles right. They're still in this rally. And the counter-attack couldn't
Point to
quite
team
find the
blue.
table. It's 2-2 on those 4 serves. So the margin remains strongly
Change of
in
service.
favour of Csaba Banjak and Christina Arch.
well, Csaba Banjak has
First service.
upped his game in the second set, you feel. Still, there might well be another gear to come from him. He might have to wait until the men's doubles final to see that. Chance now for the smash, sets himself up. Oh, it's clever.
She's done well, and Velki should keep it in with the chest. He does. Play on in the rally, setting himself up here though for a sniper header. Velki's left foot does the job. He can head it, just tried to foreshorten it, but it's a simple tap from Csaba Banjak. They're so deep expecting the big hit that he knows when to just drop in a little harvester and reap the rewards. 9-4.
For the team in
Perchi
green.
very, very brave there, launching herself towards the base of the table, and you'll see here, having to pull out last minute, putting absolutely everything on the line. And
Timeout
called.
And not surprisingly, Velki and Perchi trying to stop the momentum, change things for the better. Remember, it was 2-2, but they've lost 7 out of 9 points since then. Qualifying points up for grabs here in Montenegro. Qualifying points for the European Games in Krakow, when Teqball will be a medal sport for the first time, and we hope that will become a medal sport in the Olympics before too long. Los Angeles 2028 is the target, at least as a demo sport. We're in the Verdi complex in Podgorica, opened in 2016 here, capacity of over 2,000 for the likes of basketball and handball. And a good crowd in here today in the city formerly known as Teqball.
End of timeout.
So we're ready to go again here then. The big lights will come back on the main stage here in the Verdi complex. 9-4, 1 point
First
of the
service.
4 serves taken by Christina Arch. Belki trying to set up Perci for the swinging foot. She does well and wins the point.
Point to team in
Yeah,
green.
It's a long way back.
Shaba Banyak knows when the course is lost, chasing that one down, but applying the brakes, saving his energy a little bit. This is the thing that Shaba Banyak is consistently having to do, is 2 matches back to back. It must be
First
exhausting.
service.
The calories he must burn.
It's a decent serve. Belki trying to set up Perci again, and she can't
Ah.
hit this one, and I think
Point
that
to team
might
in
be
blue.
it now, to
I
be
think
honest.
so.
I
What-
thought if they took those 2 and got to 9-7 with Belki's serves to come, might just have a sniff, but what that means now is that Chaba's going to have a good few serves, even if they get back into this one.
Yeah,
He can finish it off
First
at 10-10.
service.
I think that was a point. Usually when a team gets double figures, you feel that's pretty much it.
Belki setting up Perci. Oh, that's a good header.
Point to team
Thankfully
in green.
Christina's okay. Oh, Chaba wants a challenge here. The game's possibly nearly over. The set's
Challenge
nearly over.
requested
Might as well
by
use
team
it.
in blue for illegal
I think
attack.
it's optimistic. Looked okay to me. Didn't look like
I thought that was
Petra
fine.
Perci was over the halfway line.
Again, it's not the worst thing in the world to do a challenge at this point in the match, and we will see the contact comes in. Oh, do you know what? He's got a good cause. He's
Didn't
got
hit
a
her
good
foot,
case.
did it? Hit her leg.
I think, yeah, he's
Ooh.
right. Look at that. You
I
can
don't
see
know.
the pink
I
of
think
her
we need
foot.
to go. Do we need to go
That's-
back a frame? Has she already made contact there?
I think
I
that's.
think it's going to be
fairly-
overruled, isn't it? But
Yeah, fairly obvious overall. That's a good challenge that by Banyak.
Challenge completed. Illegal attack. Point to team in blue.
So it sets up match point with the VAR
Yeah.
decision.
multiple match points here then for Chaba Banyak and Christina Arch. Very much the result that was expected. Instead of being
Change of
10-6
service.
and still alive, it's
Match
11-5,
point
and there are
for team in
7 match points
First service.
against Perci and the
Just the
server
7.
here, Velki.
Net.
Well, this new partnership
Second service.
reaching the final, great tribute to them. But looking at defeat here, little header
Edge ball.
from
Edge ball.
Banyak. It came
Pindarelli.
off his. He hit the table with his chin, but the ball did strike the net and then the edge. But he seems okay. Just checking
Okay.
if he's okay. Kalash is concerned about him, but Chava says I'm okay to continue.
First service.
5-11, might not have many more points to play. And he's
Point.
conceded the point there because he touched the table and
Fair
it wasn't
play.
picked up, and that's very good sportsmanship.
Really good sportsmanship.
So
First
11-6.
service.
He will hopefully, for his sake,
Out.
won't regret that. It's easy to do that at
See what-
11-5, isn't it?
See what Christina says if it gets to 11 all. Christina setting up for the winning smash. Looks like it. We need a miracle from here. Miracles do happen. Brilliant recovery. Still pressure on with a sniper header. Brilliant from Velki to keep it alive. Perci for the winner. What a point! They might be nearly over, but they're not giving up without a fight. A sensational comeback. 11-7.
Wow. I mean, that was phenomenal from Velki and Perci to keep that point alive. Perci with the big smash to finish it off. Looks
First
good for the
service.
cameras, but that was Teqball masterclass, and they're still alive here, just
Yeah,
about.
Still a long way to go, and Chaba Banyak has another attempt. It's
Point
going to
for
count
Team
this
Blue.
time, and that
Team
is
Blue
going
is
to
the
be it.
winner.
It just delayed the inevitable. Brave fight and a good week for sure for Balázs Velki and Petra Perci. Perci continuing her impressive run, really in form, but Chaba's always in form, and just like in Madrid, they've won the final in straight sets. 12-10, 12-7.
Yeah, that was a great final. You know, I think the score was a little bit harsh there on Perci and Velki, who really took us by surprise in that first set. A real strong start by them. If they'd won that first set, could have been different, but I think fair
That
to
was
say.
it, wasn't it? The pressure points, the big points, they were 10-8 up against the champions, against the best team at the moment, you would say, and they didn't crumble, but they didn't take their opportunities, and particularly for Petra Perciu, who had such a good first set. As we said at the time, James, a psychological blow, and they couldn't recover.
Let's have a look at those statistics then, should be interesting.
Yeah, 24 points to 17 overall. And just the 2 aces from Csaba Bányik, but so many points won on
second serve as well,
on first and second serve, and 9 unforced errors for the team that was defeated in the final, proving pretty costly. Again, just to mention, earlier in the tournament, Anna Christensen and Brian Thompson, the Danes, reached the quarter-final as they did in both of the individual events. It's good to see other nations involved. Yanis Kozio is the Vice President of the European Games 2023 organising committee, so a vital part to play in the event in Krakow, and a vital part in bringing Teqball to a medal sport at the European Games. Medals today in the form of silver for the defeated finalist, 31-year-old Balázs Velki of the Szeredi Teqball Sport, and Petra Perciu from Steckers. A good run, and particularly a semi-final to remember when they beat Vachash and Bako, turned the form book upside down, also beat the talented French pairing Julien and Rabot in the round of 16, so they didn't have it easy, but in the end they all had to bow again to Kristina Ach and Csaba Bányik. The all-Hungarian final goes the way of the expected. They're 12-0 as a partnership this season, and Csaba Bányik celebrates title number 53 in Teqball.
Yeah, many congratulations to Kristina Ach and Csaba Bányik.
Well, he doesn't get much rest, does he? Because he's back on soon with the men's doubles that we'll hear about in a moment. But
I wonder, as we give the moment to the champions, reflecting on the men's doubles final, which is to follow. Well, let's just give credit to the champions here, Tim.
Yeah, Kristina Ach really coming of age. I mean, don't underestimate the role in that first set when she couldn't quite lay the ball up to her partner because of the good play of these two. Maybe she felt under pressure, but she responded in the second, and Csaba Bányik can only get those big smashes when his partner's doing the job as well.
So just looking ahead to the men's final, if you are Bogdan Morovic, we'll come back to that in a moment. I think we're going to take a look back at the highlights. So back underway with our final of the day. It's the men's doubles final. Nikola Mitro and Bogdan Morovic taking on Csaba Bányik and Balázs Katz. And just picking up on a point I was making a moment ago, if you are Nikola Mitro and Bogdan Morovic, you see Csaba Bányik celebrating lifting a trophy. Surely that then becomes an ominous sign for you, perhaps maybe an omen for what is to follow as we build up then to coverage of the men's doubles final. And I can tell you Csaba Bányik has already had a quick change of outfit and already has the yellow and orange Phoenix Teqball
We've had
Academy.
lovely weather here
on.
this week, some lovely sights, the main square in Podgorica centre, and before that the Millennium Bridge landmark here. Well, the top two seeds have done it again, all the way through to the final.
Yeah, Nikola Mitra and Bogdan Morovic beating Adam Blažević and Adam Bako in the semi-finals. Ilias Šabolc and Podgorica beaten by Balaš and Katz.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that semi-final, it was a legendary encounter. The first two sets were 12-11, 11-12.
Yeah.
And then the Serbs came through 12-6 in the third. Be interested to see the reaction for the Serbian team from the Montenegrin crowd here.
They seem to be getting pretty excited, don't they? And I can tell you, Bogdan Morovic and Nikola Mitra are looking very animated on the sidelines, as you would expect. They want this one. Martin Krzysztof from Poland will be overlooking this final. Here we go then. The Serbians are coming out. Nikola Mitra and Bogdan Morovic seem to have the support of the crowd. Haven't quite had the levels that we had for Caroline Greco. But Nikola Mitra and Bogdan Morovic have won 9 and 8 major titles between them respectively. We'll go into a few more details in a moment's time. Sheba Banjuk has had a quick change of outfit. He's up alongside his esteemed colleague Balaš Katz as they look to claim yet another title. And of course, the back-to-back titles after winning in Madrid. So it's good to see Nikola Mitra and Bogdan Morovic back in the final. Nikola Mitra, 28 years of age, sniper style, left-footed player representing Teqball among 9 major titles, including 2 World Championships in 2021 and 2022, taking the men's doubles in both consecutive years. Looking for a first major title of 2023, won gold in Teqball 2022, and gold in LA, Paris and Lisbon. What was a phenomenal year for those two. They were victorious in the 2018 Teqball World Championships, representing Montenegro at the time. There he is then, Nikola Mitra, a real star of the sport. The sniper style of Teqball on display here, very much dominant with the heads. His teammate Bogdan Morovic, 30 years of age, left-footed, also from Teqball among 8 major titles, including all of the ones listed there from Nikola Mitra. These two an absolutely formidable pairing, and well, I think it's hard to call favourites at this point, but it will be interesting to see how this final pans out. Sheba Banjuk, 28 years of age, right-footed, 16 major titles, including men's doubles and mixed doubles in Madrid since 2020, when the rules changed from 24 points per set to 12. Balaš Katz playing alongside him, right-footed, 8 major titles in recent history. Gold in men's doubles in Madrid, Dubai, LA, Skopje this year, LA and Budapest last year, Krakow World Series, and Los Angeles last year. So those are your teams, your 4 players. Nikola Mitra looks pumped, often a player that you will see the best of when
Team in
he
black,
is
team in yellow,
steamed
team
up.
in yellow to serve.
Morovic will be the voice of calm in these 2 players. It is Banjuk to get us underway with that sweeping right foot
First
serve.
service.
How's it going to be pumping after that mixed doubles final? Banjuk to get us underway. There's the serve. Morovic gets down low, turns defence into attack. Morovic returns that Banjuk serve so well. Banjuk with the smash. Mitra back to Morovic, chests it back into play. Mitra is in a good defensive position now. Katz back to Banjuk, who drops it short. And Mitra finds the middle of the table. It's an illegal attack. And the point goes to Hungary, and this is going to be a feisty affair.
Yeah, it certainly is. Usually pretty fired up, the Serbs in particular. They've had a few disciplinary problems along the way, but they get themselves really in the zone and fired up.
First service.
So Banjuk with 1 out of 1 so far on the serves. Morovic so good at returning that Banjuk serve. He's a specialist in the Banjuk serve. And that sniper style does
Second
lend
service.
itself towards absorbing power. In comes that serve from Baniak. Morovic managed to get it up high. Back to Morovic, who attempts a left foot
Point
swinging
14
smash.
in yellow.
It never looks confident. And returning the serve well, but struggling to mount an attack of their own. Mitro and Morovic are yet to
First
get
service.
packing in this men's doubles final. Baniak with a serve. Mitro back to Morovic. Morovic just to get down low. It's another mistake from Morovic. And it's
Mitro's
3
already-
now on the Baniak serve.
Yeah, Mitro's already pretty angry there. They got into a position where they returned the
First
serve and lost the point, threw it away a bit the last two.
Baniak with the serve. Morovic with the snipe.
Team in
It's
black.
not power, it's precision, and it's a first point for the Serbians, and the crowd responds.
Change serves, team in black to serve.
Yeah, Teqball, the man and the sport that they grew up with playing originally, involved a lot of
service.
heading, and that's why they are experts at it.
So Baniak now with a chance to smash this. Mitro runs out of space. Could have done with an extra couple of yards there. And Hungary are starting very well here. It's the Morovic
First
serve.
service.
In it comes. It's
Out.
long. Morovic so aggressive.
They've entered 4 tournaments this year and they've won them all.
Second service.
24 successive victories coming into this match.
Shaba Baniak himself is on now a 14-match winning streak in all competitions.
Something's got to give.
Yeah. After
But-
victory in that mixed doubles final.
Yeah, Chava Baniak and
First
Balázs
service.
Katz do lead this head-to-head 3-1,
4.
which surprised me a little. At one point,
Second service.
Mitro and Mirojevic were all conquering.
Yeah, they were dominating for a while, weren't they? But they've changed up. Baniak and Blažević is no longer playing together. And
Point for team in
It's
double
yellow.
touch.
Mitro does not look happy with Bogdan. Been together for so long, this pair
First
know
service.
each other inside out.
4.
So
Second
this
service.
is a strong start from Hungarians. The Serbians yet to get started. Baniak with a smash. Mitro does well to keep that alive. Morovic just can't quite angle it around him. Mitro looks furious already, by the way.
Change
7-1.
serves, team in yellow to serve.
Baniak and Katz.
Clean sweep for
dominating.
Mirojevic serve there, James.
Yeah. They've only taken 1 point. That was off the Baniak serve.
First service.
So Katz now
4.
serves into the net. Can they put a bit of pressure on this Katz serve? They're going to need to, otherwise this first set is going to go by in a flash. Not the
Second
final we
service.
expected so far. Serbians yet to quite get
Out,
going. It's
double
Katz's fault
Point for team in black.
from Katz. And you must feel Katz watching the Baniak serve probably comes under a little bit of pressure, doesn't he?
First service.
Thinks, well, I've got to try and keep up with Baniak.
Played so well in Madrid though,
Out.
didn't he? He's a great foil, great defence.
Second
Hustle
service.
around the table, isn't he? So it's low, but they like to play low sometimes. Mitro managed to get his head. Baniak with a chance for a smash. It's too good. It's too good. It's out the arena.
Mirojevic asking if that was an illegal attack over halfway, but they haven't challenged.
No, I don't think it was either. I think it was more out of hope than anything else. Sometimes the referee gives an indicator as to whether or not it's worth a
First
challenge.
service.
So close to call sometimes.
Out. Second service.
Second serve then from Katz.
So much work to do though.
Double
Well, it's
4.
another
Point
captain's
for
fault.
team in black.
And well, Serbians sensing an opportunity now to keep that pressure up. It's 2 double faults
First service.
in a row. 2 captain's faults for Katz. Oh,
Point for
brilliant
team in black.
from Mitro. And they found their way back into this set now.
Yeah, needed that, didn't they?
Change serves, team in black to serve.
But 2 double faults in your 4 serves is a
First service.
cardinal sin in this sport.
Yep. Mitro. Now we're looking to
Second service.
continue this momentum from the Serbs. It's 3 points lost on the Katz serve. Tries to make up for it with a smash. Mitro's there. Morovic snipe header out wide. Katz is going to have to do something miraculous to get this back. He nearly pulls it off.
Point for team in
And
black.
it's a head and hands moment for Baniak for the first time this match. And slowly, Mitro and Morovic are growing into this. And even if they don't make their way into this
First
set,
service.
you feel the second set could be a little bit more competitive. It's now 3 points in a row for Mitro and Morovic.
Out.
And Mitro slaps his own leg from a first serve faults, which just shows you the passion that he
Second
feels.
service.
Winds himself up, and I feel you get the best out of Nicholas Mitro when he's stressed. Katz. Clever that from Katz, because the smash would have been difficult from that angle. Look for a second like it might be short there from Mitro, like it was there from Baniak, and Morovic was playing singles for a second there, returned the ball without passing it over to his colleague.
Just couldn't get underneath it. Mitro asking if it was deliberate, and Morovic like as if I'd do something like that.
Well, at the end of this service routine, it is the Baniak serve again. Morovic is good at getting that back, but still, it's such a weapon. So, all looking good for the Hungarians at the moment. Katz sets himself up for the smash. Morovic returns with the sniped header. Up high by Katz, it's going to go wide. And the Serbians are clawing their way back into this. I still don't think they're going to make it back on this second set.
5 out of the last
First set.
7 points, James, and it's still so much more to do, especially with Baniak serve to come, as you said.
Well, the Baniak serve is the weapon that no one wants to come up against.
First service.
Mitro will be looking to finish on a high here.
Net.
Clips the top of the net. It will be a second serve now.
Second service.
Here we go. Katz with the smash. Oh, that's brilliant from Katz, by the way. I thought for a second it looked like it might have crossed the line, but there was no protest from the Serbians. And now, at 10-6 down, it is the cheat code in Teqball, the Baniak serve. There comes the serve from Baniak. Mitro's done brilliantly there. Morovic smashes it home. That is brilliant from the Serbians. Take your hat off. Know not when to be defeated. Nikola Mitro working hard, and that was a huge point for them to win. Can that change a bit of momentum? Watch this from Nicholas Mitro.
And even Csaba Baniak applauded that one as well. Turned round.
First service.
Chance of Serbia around the Verdi Arena.
Baniak wanted to get that over and stop this sound from this crowd.
Not much to cheer about, really, have they? 7-1, remember, but since then, 6 out of 9 points. Just a bit of pressure.
Second service.
So Baniak with the second serve. Chance now for Morovic to smash it home. And the Serbians are using that chance of Serbia to really start to get some momentum here, and they're back to within 2. It's a strange first set, this.
They're feeding off it, aren't they? Energy for the Serb pair here. Atmosphere growing.
First service.
They look locked in here. Great serve from Baniak again. Morovic with the header. Interesting, because Mitro was all over the other side of the court there. Once again, Morovic into the net, and Baniak and Katz organising themselves so well there. Nikola Mitro had to get out of the way. Baniak complained, they still kept composed. Bizarre first set, this.
Good job they won that point, otherwise there might have been some real controversy.
Yeah, you can't challenge a player in the way.
Set points. Crowd might be a little quieter if Csaba gets this serve right.
Great serve once again, but Morovic is there. There's the snipe header. Baniak lofts it up high. Play back in by Katz. Baniak with the smash. Mitro is there. Morovic plays himself up. There's the smash from Morovic. Into the knees of Baniak. Set point saved.
Wow. They were just looking, wondering whether it was an edge ball.
So they've survived the Baniak serve. It's now on to Morovic. Chubbs, chance of Serbia ringing around.
First service.
Csaba Baniak won just 1 point out of 4.
That's bizarre. Morovic has found a way of countering that Baniak serve, but we are back on set point, and it's a captain's fault to end the first set. Well, it was somewhat of a bizarre first set. Momentum switching, Baniak losing service points, which you don't often see, and in the end it seems appropriate that it is settled with a Bogdan Morovic captain's fault. Hungary take the first set 12-7, the 12-9.
Yeah, 24-match winning streak this season for Mitro Morovic, under real pressure now, bidding for their 5th title out of 5, but 17 career titles for Baniak and Katz, and they're looking good again. Raced into a 7-1 lead. It got a little edgy after that as the momentum went with this Serbian pair, but in the end, the double fault proved costly. We're in Podgorica. If you're just joining us, where have you been? You've missed 4 of the 5 finals. Maybe the best is yet to come. We've got 10 seconds left. Let's just have a look at that final point. How the set was conceded, the pressure getting to Murovic. Oldest player on the court at 30 years of age.
So the Serbians make their way back out. The crowd have woken up again. Murovic and Mitro getting full support as we look at the statistics from that first set, and not enough service points won for Mitro. Murovic, a chance then for them to improve on that and maybe push this to a deciding set. It's Murovic to get us underway. Serbia,
Second
the
service.
chant of the crowd. Second serve from Murovic. Katz up high. Slice smash from Katz. Mitro has definitely crossed the line there and knows it.
First service.
Katz with another chance to hit the
Edge
smash.
ball.
It's an edge ball. And I'll tell you what, we don't talk enough about the Katz smash because that is so consistent out wide there. Just about clips the edge of the table.
First service.
Comes the serve. Katz getting louder again. Oh, and it's not gone to his teammate. Illegal return there from Murovic. And Hungary have taken 2 points out of the Murovic serve already. Katz with the smash. It's so clever from Katz. Banyak slaps his head, implying good thinking, well thought, clever play from Balázs Katz, who is a very intelligent player, has to be said.
Mirror image of the first set so far. First 3 points
First
went to
service.
the Hungarians.
Out.
Still the crowd stick with their heroes. 3-0.
Second service.
This could be a clean sweep on the Murovic serve. Katz with a chance to smash this home. Drops it short. Mitro, chested to Murovic. Murovic with a snipe header. And it's an edge ball. No, it's not. It's good.
Edge ball.
It was an edge ball. Oh. Well, the celebrations are cut short.
Harsh.
Edge ball. What? Edge ball.
Oh,
They're
Mitro's like,
challenging
no
now.
chance,
Yeah.
mate. I'm seeing that again.
Verification for
What
team in
was the...
black. Edge ball.
I didn't think it was. Looked good. We're not at a good angle to see, to be honest.
I thought that was good, to be fair. Straight away, Martin indicated edge ball. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah,
no
that's straight
deviation.
down the line.
No deviation at all in the ball. That was
Yeah.
what was the killer for me.
Mitro looks frustrated, but they've not lost anything from this. So,
They keep their challenge and they keep the point.
yeah.
Well, they get the point, don't they? They'll be overturned, surely.
It's 1 point on the Murovic
Challenge
serve. It's
completed.
not enough.
No
It's
edge
now
ball.
Banyak.
Point
If
for team
Banyak
in
smashes
black.
4, but again,
Challenge remains.
so Murovic is so good at returning the Banyak serve. Let's see how Mitro gets on
Change
now.
serves. Team in yellow to serve.
Murovic was taking all 4 of them. All 8 of them, should I say, from that first set.
First service.
Here we go then. First serve from Banyak.
4.
Smashed into the net.
Cheering the missed first serve.
Well, such
we
is the weight that is carried in the Banyak
Second
first serve.
serve.
But we saw the second serve look absolutely incredible in the mixed doubles. Let's see if he can do it again here.
Oh, it's ridiculous, but Mitro's there. Brilliant from Mitro. Banyak sets himself up for the smash. Mitro once again there. Murovic out wide. Oh, it's great Teqball this from all players. Katz has crossed the line. Still did well to make contact with the table. Brilliant point all round, but Murovic and Mitro are alive, 2-3.
Well, they've done what they didn't manage to do in the first set. They got a point back at 3-1, then lost 4 more in a row, and they just had too much to do. Now, though, they've got it within a point, and Banyak has lost 4 of his last 5 on serve.
He has, but that is a brilliant serve, and
No
there's nothing that
pass. Point for
either
team in
Murovic
yellow.
or Mitro can do about that, because Murovic chased it down. Mitro made the initial contact, which has carried the momentum of the ball back onto the wrong side of the table.
First service.
So, Banyak picking up a couple of points here.
4.
Lost ball. Let's take a little while to retrieve this.
Sort of unofficial timeout now, which puts more pressure on that second Banyak serve.
Csaba Baniak and Balázs Katz overcame Apple Georgiak, the supreme singles player at the moment, in the semi-finals with his partner Szabolcs Ilyes. Straight sets.
Baniak now with a second serve, a long pause between that first and second serve. Still he managed to get a good serve back. Mitro the chance to attack this, and it's clever from Mitro. It's an edge ball.
Yeah. He knows, because that side of the table is open. Shouldn't be replaying this point. Should have been 4-3.
Should have been.
First service.
And it's another first serve for Baniak. Edge ball. And he thought he'd won that point. He's thinking of the challenge, but goes, nah, let's hold on. I've got a bit more, potentially another set, even if we don't win this one. I thought edge as well, to be fair. So Baniak will get
first service.
Another first serve. In it comes. Mitro with the snipe header. Clever that from Baniak, he's kept it alive, but a chance now for Morovic to attack.
Well, they still have a challenge because they won the last challenge. You could see the reaction of Morovic.
Convinced that was a winner. I felt edge ball personally, but Morovic is convinced.
Yeah, he's
really
almost persuading me, because I thought it was edge.
But given how adamant he was, it does make me feel, nah, that's an edge ball if you ask me.
We need another frame.
And we need a side angle almost, don't we? That's a tough one to call.
You got your side angle.
I think that's an edge ball.
Is there enough evidence to overturn it? Looks.
I think no.
Goodness me.
This is going to upset somebody.
Challenge completed. No edge ball. Points for team in black.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's
controversial, but that's the second VAR decision that's gone the way of the Serbians.
And that was a difficult one. I'm not sure there was enough evidence to overturn that, but probably just in their favour.
First service.
Csaba Baniak will concede the point and go again with another serve. In it comes. Morovic back to Mitro. Mitro heads it to the middle of the table. Katz, Baniak with a smash. Oh, brilliant from Mitro. Morovic to try and turn this around. An edge ball, and Hungary celebrate because they survived.
And they're not going to appeal this one. They've challenged the last two edge balls, not this time.
No.
Czaba's under pressure though on his serve. Won 2 out of the last 5.
Well, don't forget the Serbians dominated for so long, which will have required getting a lot of those Csaba Baniak serves back. Morovic into the net, and Mitro is fuming because he felt the opportunity was there.
He had done so well, hadn't he? An outrageous knee back across. It was almost perfect.
It was good. He sets him up. I think Morovic could have settled for just maybe keeping the point alive rather than going for the winner. It was the wrong shot choice from Morovic. Mitro bouncing the ball up and down. Change the serve. In comes the serve. Katz sets up Baniak. Baniak with the smash. Mitro sucks it back up. Morovic back to Mitro. Heads to the middle of the table. Katz to Baniak. And that's an illegal attack from Katz. And Serbia are clawing their way back into the second set. We'd love to see a deciding set here. Crowd would love to as well.
Net. Second service.
Second serve now for Mitro. In it comes. Katz. Chest it. Baniak with the smash. Out the arena. And that is what the Phoenix Teqball Academy like to see. A Baniak sweeping right foot smash. No one in the world's getting that back unless you're 10'10". And they restore a 2-point lead. Mitro still serving here. Here comes that serve. Katz does well. Baniak with another chance for a smash.
Edge ball.
And it's an edge ball. I'll tell you what, the referees are being worked hard here, aren't they? So many edge balls.
First service.
So in comes serve from Mitro. Baniak with the smash. It's out the arena again.
In yellow.
And Baniak is starting to put a good bit of momentum here.
Yeah, we said earlier, didn't we, that when the men's doubles and mixed doubles came on, he'd be hitting them not just out of the playing surface, but to the back, far side of the arena, and that's just what he's been doing.
Katz, chest up high, another chance for a Baniak smash. Mitro's on the tail end of that one though, absorbs it with his head, turns it back around with a snipe header. Katz, chest it, Baniak, head, middle, Mitro gets there, Morovic, wide, and Hungary celebrated like they've taken the title. big point for them there. And they're now just 4 points away, and they know that that one was a big one.
Change serves.
As the
Team in yellow
serves
to serve.
change, and it's now the Cats serve. Cats will be wanting to
service.
avoid those two captain's faults that greeted his first service point in the previous set. And it isn't anything like it, a completely different narrative. Cats with a near ace. Morovic can only just make contact to it, and Hungary are on track here for victory. 9-4 they lead in the second set.
4 points in a row to the Hungarians.
Cats serving. In comes that serve, it's the same place as the last one. Mitro to Morovic, Morovic with the snipe header. Baniak just about gets a tap to it. Played back in beautifully by Cats, and Baniak chests it back into play. Mitro back to Morovic, Morovic with a smash of his own. Anything you can do, Shava, I can do too. And Morovic replies and keeps this match alive. Mitro trying to fire his teammate up. They need to put pressure on this Cats serve if this match is to live to another set. Out. So Cats with two great serves to start with. First fault of the service routine. In comes the next serve. Mitro plays it back to Morovic, who just sinks the ball back in. It just about make contact at the end of the table. A chance for a Baniak smash. He gets his foot beautifully over that one. Fires it out the arena, and they're just two away.
He's hurt himself there. He crashed into the hoardings trying to get to it. Just having a look at him.
So with just potentially 2 points away, we might see on the replay what happened there to Mitro.
Yeah,
he's
crashed
clattered
into the
himself
barrier.
in. He'll be all right.
Picked
It's
himself up.
honestly not the first time that Nikola Mitro has crashed into
I
the
think
barriers before. In Helm in Poland, and I think it was a start one of the first Teqball tours.
First service.
Nikola Mitro clattered the side quite catastrophically, but was okay then, and he's okay now. And it's a mistake from Morovic, and that sets up match points for Baniak and Cats. And
he's got injured as well. I don't know whether it was the ball or
Bogdan
whether he hit
Morovic
the table with his face.
has
But
taken a clatter there.
He's in a bit of pain there. I think he
Minute
might have
time.
just caught the table.
I think he smacked his nose, isn't he?
Yeah, it's his nose that's the problem. I don't know whether it was ball or table, but he was
Bogdan, do we need
Time.
time?
straight away. Oh, it's table.
Ouch!
Time for team in black.
Yeah, that was a sore one, wasn't it?
And
At match point, I mean, I don't think it's going to change the outcome of this match personally, but Morovic grimaces, and it just shows you how much you're putting on the line with that sniper style. Thankfully, it's not a nosebleed. It's timeout though. And it's, look how relaxed Shava Baniak is, by the way.
Well,
It's just
wouldn't you
chilled. Yeah.
I mean, 53 titles now. You're allowed to enter 2 disciplines, and he did a clean sweep in Madrid, and it looks odds on now he's going to do a clean sweep again here in Podgorica, Montenegro.
Yeah, it's a 14 match winning streak in major competitions. That of course includes Teqball Tour, World Series and World Championships that Shava Baniak is on.
But
Looks like he'll extend it to 15 here.
James, it's since the change of partner for Shava Baniak, since he partnered with Balázs Cats, that the dominance that Mitro Morovic has been ended. They're twice world champions. They were winning almost everything, but now the momentum has switched. And we said the head-to-head between these two teams is 3-1 in favour of the Hungarians.
Time ends,
Surely it's
please.
been 4-1, surely.
Yeah, and I mean, nothing against Adam Blažević, who is one of the best Teqball players in the world. It's just the style of Cats
Yeah, it
seems
is.
to really
Change
complement
serves,
the
team in black to
Baniaks.
serve.
Totally it.
Well, Bako and Blažević are a great pairing as well. So, you know, these two, Blažević and
Match point
Baniak,
for
were great
team in
players,
yellow.
but they needed
First
to part
service.
ways. They might come back together again at another point. Morovic serves, though, at match point, recovers from that nose. Cats with the smash down the middle. Mitro's there. Morovic back to Mitro. Mitro's in trouble here, and it goes wide. And there it is, the championship to Shava Baniak and Balázs Cats, who embrace in the middle of the arena.
And the
Commiserations to Bogdan Morovic and Nikola Mitro. It's good to see them back in finals, but they came up against formidable opponents. And Balázs Cats with the celebration. I think he's possibly taken that from Blažević, but it's good celebrations from both those players. And congratulations to the Hungarians. They are the champions.
preeminent. Baniak is just in the form of his life. And I asked him after Madrid, is that the best you've ever played? And he was taken surprised by the question, but then said, yeah, it probably is actually. Yeah, well, he's matched that again today. He's keeping on this peak. And the big question now will be, with a 2-month gap, can he continue and take it into the European Games? Because it means so much to the European players here this week.
A little bit of an explainer from that Balázs Cats celebration there. So Adam Blažević says you need to help us come up with a celebration, and the celebration for Blažević was going to be taking the shoe off and putting it on your head. Katz has taken it a step further and has taken a dial of the phone on his boot, so it's very entertaining to see these little sub-stories behind the scenes. Here we go then, match statistics. Nikola Mitra and Bogdan Morovic beaten by Saba Banjak and Balázs Katz. And you can see across the board there, unforced errors 12 from the Serbians, 9 winners from the Hungarians. And that leads nicely into the awards ceremony. Up onto the stage come our athletes, Mr. Milos Antic, Assistant Secretary of Culture and Sports of Podgorica. And he will be handing over the trophies to the deserved winners. But commiserations, good to see them back in a final. Bogdan Morovic and Nikola Mitra, no doubt about it, we will see them back, I'm sure, on the top step competition soon, as attention will turn to the European Games, which will take place in a couple of months' time. The next major Teqball event. It's been a busy start to the year on the Teqball calendar. And taking yet another title. This team is looking formidable. Saba Banjak and Balázs Katz are ridiculous. They are two of the stars of this game right now, and they can't stop winning.
And it's not just that they won today, it's not just they won in straight sets, they conceded only 14 points across 2 sets to the team that was acknowledged by everyone as the best in the world by some distance just a year ago.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, they've done it here in Montenegro. Congratulations to Balázs Katz and to Saba Banjak, who take yet another title. This team is proving to be the one to beat, and the momentum truly with this Hungarian pairing representing the Phoenix Teqball Club. And that concludes the action here in Montenegro. It's been a great few days, Tim.
Oh, it certainly has. Formerly known as Titograd, Podgorica has been a willing and excellent host. Let's just have a look at how this final event came to its conclusion. So that's another Teqball European Tour event almost done and dusted. From James and myself, we'd like to say thanks very much for joining us again. Hungary, again, preeminent. 4 out of the 5 trophies go their way. 12 weeks to wait until the European Games in Krakow. You know it'll be worth the wait. See you there.